All right, let's party. Wow, how's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you nerds doing? How you doing, Nintendo, on the YouTube side and on the Twitch side? Let me say hello to everyone. Oh god, I got like 2 alerts in a row for about other people going live. I was like, I can't see chat. How you doing, Dark Muffin? Congratulations on your first. How you doing, Moss? How you doing, Zetai? How you doing, Horror Loving? Noise. How you doing, Steve? How you doing, Nobody? How you doing, Matthew? And yeah, it's hobby time. Let's go. Also, supremely nice for Matthew as well. How you doing, Baconator 2? And how you doing, Shark Rain? How you doing, Mini Dow? Welcome, everybody. It's been a day. It's funny, like, my brain is so fucked. It's like, if I take a day off from regular streaming, I'm like, it's been so long. I hope you all remember my face. But yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I was part of a charity tabletop stream on Sunday, which was pretty fun. I got to stab the ocean, which is cool. And I've been working on Lancer basically, like, when I work on tabletop stuff, there is definitely like a lot of procrastinating and thinking and just, but actually this stuff has been going good, because for people who do not know, well, I should probably put the little thingy on stream. Also, Minidale, thank you for your sub. Yeah, let's get those Bezos bucks. I think you gave dice. Yeah, it was I think your system, they were getting a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is the promo for the Lancer game. This will be happening on Thursday. Which I just covered the Lancaster. Poor Lancaster. I like the lad. I'm very excited. No, man, till you stab the ocean. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. But yeah, today, this is another one of those, I was in my minis box, and I found out that I had this Praetor with an axe. And I will never use a Praetor with an axe. I will never really need more than one Praetor. So I was like, you know what? In theory, I could use the second Lord of Contagion. And I did that. Oh shit, it was fucking 2 years. Holy fuck, let's go. Hell yeah. 2+ years of knowing me. Praetor, I hardly. But yeah, so I got this lad and I did some kit bashing. I did some I've been messing around with putty and like thinning it with Tamiya extra thin and doing some scratches and some stuff. And then I also I used some leftover bits. I had a Lord of Afflictions that just ended up becoming bits for this. How you doing, Pato? How you doing? And how you doing, Ars? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, can I mute the ad in time before it triggers? But yeah, so I have a sword Praetor. And I also have another sword Praetor that I'm wanting to do Baby's First Word Bearers kit bash with, which is basically just adding the stuff from the Dark Apostle, like the drippy book and whatnot, to it. And I think that'll look good, but that's just definitely going to be going on there. Yeah, it's I don't think I'm new to this. I actually find that a lot of Death Guard stuff from Horus Heresy gets used in 40k. There's I think almost by volume, I think basically every Death Guard Saturnine, any of the Saturnine Termies end up more likely than not turning into various Death Guard models. It's just really funny how that works out. How you doing, Shadow? How you doing? How you doing? Oh fuck yeah, let's go. Super Eggman. I did not get to play Magic this week, but my group is really cool when they're like, hey, roll call everyone, who's gonna be available tonight? I'm like, I'm deep in the DM mines, my guy. And they're like, it's all good. Let us know how the session went. I'm like, fuck yeah, guys, let's go. I like my group a lot. Also, these spikes are really fun. These spikes are made of blunted sewing needles. I just thought that they would be a good idea. I saw somewhere online somebody was using them for the G-Dubs cactus. And they actually work really, really well for the G-Dubs cactus. Let me get all the metal bits and I'll show you what they look like in their regular state. I've also been buying tubes. Different thicknesses of just tubes, because I thought that they would look good on some Death Guard and some turnip bits. So I do be tubing lately. Maybe it's possible they're crochet needles. They were advertised as sewing needles, but in the way that I know nothing about sewing. But the thing is, bamboo, I don't know, it's the sturdiness of plastic cannot be ignored. It definitely got that plastic sturdiness to it. Oh, you got that guy, the Felthius or what? Felthius. He always looked neat, but I think he was by the time I got into any sort of mini painting after my big hiatus, him and all the other Blackstone Fortress stuff was just impossible to find. So I'm somewhat of a tuber. Big gift trooper. Styrene rods. Oh, maybe somewhere. Yeah, I can show you the. So like, yeah, buddy. Why not actually? I haven't really done much trading like supply stuff. But check this out. So this is what they are. Maybe these are crochet needles because that's like a crocheting hook, right? So yeah, these are still pretty nice though. They're like, you know, they're bendy and strong. How you doing, Big Buckaham? How you doing? Yeah. You live in an area where you get like nice, pretty fogs. I don't have like a lot of fogs where I'm at. Sometimes I miss it. I used to live in an area that would like terribly fog, and now not so much. It's weird how you kind of miss that stuff sometimes. I mean, even if you did use them for a different purpose, it's still a good model. So it's not like you like wasted them or anything. If you were like, yeah, I found that model and I used them for like a base, and that's still not a waste in my eyes, but like I'd be like, But yeah, I haven't found a lot of like. My local shop is weird in that, like, sometimes, like, usually whenever a Death Guard thing shows up, it's somebody clearly is like, fuck this army, ugh! And just, like, sells the entire thing, because it'll never just be, like, one Death Guard model. It'll be, like, more Death Guard than you've ever seen. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, somebody's either pissed or, like, they just had, like, I don't know, like a kid or something. But yeah, gonna get all the medals. I've been working on this guy. How you doing, Leaf Lizard? How you doing? I'm working on my Praetor, which is heavily kit bash. I technically had like one of the earliest models I ever painted on stream, I believe, was a Lord of Contagion. This is I'm talking about like maybe first year of VTubing straight up. So it's like it's old. Oh boy, is it old. How many have I bought? I don't know. I have like a decent amount. Like I don't have the whole range. It's hard for me to count, especially because like, who truly knows how many Plague Marines they have? Oh god, yeah, no, 4 AM fog. Oh, I've had those before where you can't see shit. Where I used to live, like before I moved to my current state, sometimes those would happen, and that's the worst because you're like, I can't see anything. Anything could jump out of the fog and hit me, or like a car could be coming, and I just never know. No. Today, I still think Skaven probably are still the most, just because, like, it's really easy to get a bunch of rats. But I think I do have quite a bit of Death Guard. Yeah, most of my Plague Marines aren't even built, which is a shame. I have at least, like, 15 to 20 painted, though. The problem also is, too, it's like, so, like, if you ever wonder to like, oh god, like who, like, it's weird. I like war gear conceptually, but I was also one of those people that I'm like, oh god, how do I build my Plague Marines? If I fuck this up, they're expensive. And I remember just letting them sit for a while. I just could not figure out what to build them as. How you doing, Jay? Welcome. How you doing? And for a while, the idea was like get them as bolters, but I kept finding other people selling their bolter Plague Marines at my shop, so I just pick up bolter Plague Marines. And like now it's funny because it used to be like, yeah, no, all special weapons are a trap, run them as cheap as you can, and now it's like run them with every fucking special weapon you can. Yeehaw, motherfucker. How's it doing? How you doing, Sathy? Welcome. How you doing? Oh, I hate that. I hate not being able to see the other side of the street. As somebody who's been in multiple car accidents, none of which have been my fault, to clarify, it's the worst. I hate it. I hate, like, I anything that could put me at risk for more car accidents, I'm just like, oh god. Like, I mean, it's not like it stops me from driving. There's some people that just cannot drive. Like, they just get, like, I mean, there's people that, like, can't drive because they're just bad at it, but there's people who can't drive for, like anxiety reasons. I'm not quite there, but, like, you know. Let me see. Couple. I can count them off. Also, oh, fuck yeah, Necron. Necrons are always in an army that I'm like, these are cool. I could never get another army because I already have too many. At a Rolex. See, I feel like there's also I don't know where I was expecting that to go. I don't know. Good shit, Jay. Well done. let's see. I've been in 2 car accidents where I was the driver. One of them, it was on an interstate and someone swerved into my lane in order to not get just fucking smashed by them. I had to sharp right turn, spun out and hit the guardrail. So that was one of them. Another one, I was just making a left-hand turn and someone ran a red light and T-boned my car into uselessness. I managed to get like no injuries in either of those, actually, weirdly enough. Nothing too bad. The other person definitely was at fault, and I could tell because insurance companies are the devil, but when your insurance company finds an easy mark, they are going to be the friendliest fuckers you've ever seen. Like, I remember handing them the police report, and they're like, "Yeah, no, the police basically vouch with me that this is all the other person's fault. They went like 10 miles over the speed limit, and they went over a red light." And then you could just feel my insurance company just be like, "Good, yes." Good, let the anger flow through you. Let us handle this. And it's like, okay, cool. It's also got some chainmail, like the angle on this is gonna be really fucking weird. Then I got hit when I was crossing a pedestrian crossing, but because the other person was like a full-grown adult and I was a depressed college student. Well, call it ex-college. It wasn't that awkward period between like getting out of college and like having no like real job. I was a part-time at the time and I had no health insurance and they decided to believe her other than me. And I got hit by a car and, this is before I knew it was a mimic. So I just had to let injuries kind of grow natural style and, hairline fracture on the foot where she ran my foot over. And then that was the opposite where the insurance were like, "Ooh, you don't got insurance, huh? Easy mark. That'll be $1,000 for knocking over the mirror that she side clipped you with." That was fun stuff. Yeah, unironically, my insurance company was basically like that. Like it only gets so erect. That was very real. Yeah, I think I got most of these guys early. Also, the nice thing about doing a prime job in Brown for Death Guard stuff is it's like, yeah, there we go. The basis is there. The basis is there. I'm trying to capture the color in that. Good. I have to keep you on your toes. The thing is, if it becomes too easy to figure out what makes me laugh, like as far as puns, I feel like, oh god, hold on. I had that thing where like you're squeezing some paint and only water comes out, which is not what I wanted. So let me grab the vortex. There we go. You ever stretch so hard you fall asleep? Rotate some cable and you go, man. But yeah, those are all the car accidents I've been in. 3 total. There we go. When I squeeze and only water comes. I feel like, yeah, I know what you nerds are doing. I know there's like 8 jokes that you can segue out of that, but I mean it. I'm trying to get some prairie ochre for the. So I've been testing a lot of new techniques and stuff lately, which has been fun. I've been trying out some new shit. Oh yeah, no, I'm not surprised that tow trucks try to get extra money like that. But God, everything to do with like accidents and cars and injuries is the fucking worst. But so this is a bunch of, I've been trying spackle for my bases, which has actually been really, really neat. Which is how I got this like kind of like nice layered bit where it's like you use the spackling and then you kind of you let it dry and then you take like a really, really sharp knife and you kind of carve it a bit. Pretty cool. Also, there's like a random just marine leg sticking out of here. I was thinking about actually making it an Imperial Fist because my friend who I play 3rd edition with is an Imperial Fist player. And I think I always like that kind of stuff of using other people's armies as like trophies and stuff. I always think that's really, really neat. But I'm going to go for like a dirty one, so I'm not going to go as bright yellow as I possibly could. Also, I have a bunch of really old Firstborn Marine bits. And like the bits are still useful and like valuable and like stuff like that for projects. The problem is that like a lot of them are just where like trying to strip the paint from them caused some weird chemical reaction ages ago to cause them just to kind of like become like weird, like stringy might not be the right word, but like, I don't know. There was like a weird texture to them where it's just like, I don't think they were ever going to be useful as Marines because of that texture. I kept a lot of the bits. I still got a lot of the bits. Oh yeah, Skellboner. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Thank you for the bits. It's like a little bit around here. Get like really sloppy because I don't care that much at this stage. I just want there to be the rough outline of there could be marine here. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this with the lad? How do I want to do this with the lad? Let's see. It's got like a decent amount of flesh in some areas. I'll do that. I'll do a dark yellow for that. Another old ass paint. You're taking up painting. Oh wait, so you mean actually like construction painting stuff? Yeah. To be fair, the sticker things are something that I forget that I have. Like I forget that I set those up. It's a long line of how set up a thing, and then just like because of just like the inherent nature of just how streams go. It's like that's been chugging for a while. Oh, speaking of which, too, I recently I think it was Matthew that suggested this. If I'm getting the wrong attribution, please correct me. I have put a list for anyone who ever wants to know what like camera and stuff I'm using. Camera, lights, basically anything that's equipment related that's not painting equipment related. Oh god, yeah, the explosion was also. This is like way too green. Yeah, there we go. I put that in my stream tiles at the very, very bottom. So if you would like to see what those are, you can. Okay, I'll try gold brown. Gold brown would be better than dark yellow because dark yellow is like green yellow. Hunter. Yeah, I did see that, but it was like one of those like late nights where I just I just wasn't thinking super hard after stream ended. I would not be surprised. My thought that I believe probably what has happened to me. I'm also just gonna like try just like mushing little bits around here. Maybe maybe a little. I'm sure I'll be fine. Where basically I was like, I feel like the Chosen forced me to like focus more on advancing and killing them, and I'm sure I've missed like so many like babies first, like go here and do this mission kind of thing. Like I'm pretty like so you're saying either that like the alien hunters, is that gonna be? Oh, so okay, so I just missed some like real. Okay, I just missed some real wild shit then. Okay, interesting. I had the golden brown and I shook it. There we go. There we go. God, it's just really funny. It's like, cause like, I mean, I still think on Saturday the plan will still be to try to kill the other two. Cause now I got most of the weapons I need. And I already know the locations of the other two, which is gonna almost feel bad. Like, I feel like by the time I kill all the Chosen. Oh. So wait, I just got the entire time without Alpha. Ah, okay. Maybe the big plan, maybe the big brain plan is to kill all the Chosen. Oh fuck, okay. After the ad break, I'll explain my big brain plan. This, get some of that various gooey, like gross flesh bullshit. Or basically, I've been using more Tamiya putty stuff, but I've also been using the Tamiya putty to, like I've been using the Tamiya extra cement to thin the putty. It's been really, really cool. All right, Rebecca, let's go. So my idea is like, maybe what I'll do, this is kind of dumb, I guess, kill all the Chosen, then I do that mission, so then I have Alpha Aliens, so I have like something cool for missions, I guess. It's almost gonna feel kind of empty when all the Chosen are gone. They were such a big part of the game that without them, it's gonna feel strange. I don't know how I'm gonna cope with all that. Part of me also feels like I kill all the Chosen and then there's like some new threat that pops out. So I actually don't even know if killing all the Chosen might even be a good idea. I still think killing Assassin was good because she was already like racking up a bunch of stuff. Ooh. Yeah, I also saw that I can equip the Assassin's weapon as well, which also for my one Ranger with Blade Master that I believe still lives, that's gonna be fucking big spice. Gotta get the big spice for that one. Fuck yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, that's gonna be. I wonder if they're even gonna be worthwhile. I guess I've only been using like the basic swords, so maybe Maybe they will be getting spicier. Legacy burning the heretics and purging the unclean. No, I mean, I can do the first one. I can do the first one. That's fine. I've been doing that. The other ones, I don't know. The other ones, I'm too much of a chaos lad to do the others. I'm sorry. But it's very interesting. I've been continuing more with the Watchers of the Throne second book. The fucking Minotaurs. I guess it's technically Minotaurs. Like, I've gone my entire life hearing that as Minotaur because where I grew up at, and it's hard to undo that. But it's really funny because like I know they're the asshole, like even among Space Marines, an asshole Space Marine faction. And I know the Ultramarines hate them. But what's really, really funny is seeing how much do your Imperial... So, at that point, like, this is the first time I think Tor Garadon has ever showed up in anything. I know he's, like, a bigger deal Imperial Fist, like, captain guy. He might be... I don't know if he's their, like... They're called... I have painted Minotaurs. Minotaurs are my loyalist, 40k faction. They're the only one I got. Because you just kind of end up with Space Marines. And... They're actually not that, like, they're pretty fun for me to paint. I haven't finished one to completion in a while. What I might need to do... How you doing, Valcon? Welcome. I have the old Calgar that I bought to make into a Minotaur's model. And now there's new Calgar. So part of me is like... I guess I could just go ahead and get that out of my system and just get that done sooner than later. I know I printed off a bunch of bits for it. I need to see if I can find those. The funny thing, I actually don't think I printed any bits for Calgar himself. It was just mostly for his Victrix Guard, because those guys look fucking baller. Yeah, basically, yeah. Your house will just manifest a Primaris Lieutenant if you're not paying attention. It's real tragic. Let's see. Yeah, we got the little fleshy bits on the sides. But yeah, so I painted a couple. Would I paint more? No, wait, hold on. That's him. Hold on. He's a loyalist. That guy. The lad. The lad is a faithful servant of the Emperor. So yeah, no, I have... Listen, technically my most popular model that I've ever painted was a loyalist. So ha. Checkmate, Chaos Worshippers, I guess. But, God, it still cracks my shit up that, like, this, like, random throwaway model that I worked on is, to date, my most popular piece. It's just bananas. Life works in mysterious ways. That's a what? Listen, he's a good, normal dreadnought, a pure servant of the Emperor. You know, even in death, I will still briefs, you know. All the classics, all the necessary bits that are required to become a loyalist Space Marine in good standing. He doesn't have a single tentacle on him, so you know he's not mutated, so you know. Doing it fresh. Corruption free. Well moisturized. Oh yeah, Lorcar could easily say checkmate atheist, yeah. But the problem is that you can't really you can always say checkmate atheist during the Crusade. Because now everyone's fucking religious. Sort of like chin bullshit. I don't know exactly what's going on with his like itty bitty little mouth, but we'll come to that bridge later. Flesh is supposed to be on the inside. Yeah. He's got like organs and stuff. Yeah, well yeah, the flesh is on the inside. Yeah. It's very funny how it's like the most reoccurring comment of that I get is like, so there's like a tiny robot inside of him, right? It's very, very common. How you doing, Chieftain? Welcome. Did you see Lancer official announcement? Also, that you got to see all the various mechs. We got a Goblin from Randon. Ari's doing a Pegasus. We got a Vlad from Ronin, and then good old Bloom rocking the Tortuga, his favorite. He do like him a shotgun, and a move that should surprise absolutely no one, really. It's cursed here. Yeah, you guys know this. Obviously it's cursed here. It's never not cursed here. I've seen STLs for the Lancer mechs. I just have, like, there's always been one of those, like, STL collections. I've been like, I'm gonna bookmark this, and someday I'll paint a Lancer mech, and that someday never comes. It do be like that sometimes, and by sometimes I mean the vast majority of the time. Let's do the skin cloak. The skin cloak's got a lot of surface area. So we do the armor first, so I can just keep grabbing onto the cloak. Oh yeah, doesn't that, does that make this officially the first, like, Trench Crusade branded, like not branded, like, does that make them the first kit that's meant for Trench Crusade that's available? Because that would be kind of like bananas for, like, available in plastic. I mean, good shit. I'm kind of at that point that a lot of Trench Crusade STLs don't excite me because I already have basically everything I need, or could. But I did really like those, just seeing just like a fucking suit and tie, and then like all the, like, the trench stuff. So that'd be neat. Death's Head is non-standard. Oh, you should. I mean, you should totally do it. That sounds like a fun project. Says me, person who has not started an equivalent project, but still. But yeah. There's also Daka has done another one. And I'm kind of whatever on it. The Daka store one is fine, I guess. First Trench Mormons, hell yeah. I wonder, like, I wonder if they're actually doing anything. It would be funny, the idea that in Trench Crusade, Joseph Smith is just born, just like in a little earlier. Actually, I forget when Joseph Smith was, like, that was during the Western times. So actually, I know that would predate World War I. So I guess technically Joseph Smith in this universe could have been in, like, New Antioch or something. I don't know. I don't think there needs to be a lore justification for Mormons, but, like, I'm sure there could be one. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't notice the ties either until someone pointed them out, and I was like, oh, these are, like, other than, if it wasn't for the tie, I'd be kind of like, it's a Trench Crusade mini. I've seen a bunch of these, but the ties really do kind of elevate it. Oh, I also saw that too for the Japanese army. That was by Bite the Bullet. Hold on. I did see, because I think it was originally that was posted that it was for like $30. It's actually the tribe for this month as well. So you can actually technically, if you have a 3D printer, you can get an entire functional New Antioch army for like $10. And I mean, STL, so you have to print them, but that's a pretty swanky deal. That's a pretty banging deal. I'm gonna try a little bit. I think I've been watching a lot more of the Grimdark Compendium tutorials. I'm gonna, like, I don't think my painting's gonna be radically different tonight, but I'm trying their suggestion to maybe go a little brighter, because usually I do my purples pretty dark even at this early stage. I'm gonna try to go for like a brighter purple starting off, and then we'll probably just grime it up later. But yeah, I almost want to get that collection entirely for the sniper priest with the cool hat. Like, I think he's probably, if anything would get me to get those, it'll be that guy. Because there are people, most people are like, yeah, no, the sniper priest is just gonna have a sniper rifle. There's a couple people that run sniper priest with 2 pistols. I have not gotten them yet. I probably still, I'm basically like I'm doing okay on funds, but guild payday do be coming up. So if I'm doing dumb purchases, I'll probably just wait for then. Just because, like, why not? Yeah, sniper priest with pistols seems neat. That does seem like a neat combo. It looks pretty legit. And then I don't know. It's like double accuracy, and then eventually I think you can get them upgraded to, like, I don't know if you would ever need silenced pistols, because automatic pistols, I forgot, had like an injury penalty. So I actually don't know if it's necessarily worth it. Yeah, you're allowed to treat yourself on your birthday month. I can agree with that. I can agree with that for sure. Get you, buddy. He looks way more like, at this early stage, he looks like way more pastel-y than I'm used to. I'm like, this is strange. But he'll eventually darken out, so it's not gonna be like too bad. On the hands. How you doing, Side Stack? Welcome. Oh, thank you. This is a Kip Ashford's very early in the painting, though. I'm glad you like them. Hell yeah. The plan is I'm gonna do them my Death Guard are purple because I have brain problems. Well, what happens is like the reason I say that is because I really enjoyed the color green. Green's my favorite color. I chose the Green Army and made them purple because. No, I've actually the reason is because I originally started doing Nurgle stuff in Age of Sigmar. And then there I was doing Chaos Warriors where their cloth was purple, but their skin was kind of like kind of diseased and yellow. So I just kind of took the cloth idea and migrated it over to armor. That's kind of how my Death Guard scheme came about. But how you doing, Science Tech? I haven't done a proper Death Guard painting in a while too. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's still super accurate too. I've also seen people run them with grenades, so you could like assault with a grenade with +2 to hit, so you'll definitely hit. Then you just charge in and then melee with the pistols, assuming you need to do that. Three attacks at like a pretty solid rate to hit. Sounds fun. I still want to do Sniper Priest Classic because my new Antioch faction that I like is Papal States, and Papal States gives you an item that's a cross that says you cannot like if you fumble a risky action, the action fails but your turn doesn't end. So that means I want to put that on a Sniper Priest and then just constantly, have them always be dashing, always be aiming, and that would just do so much work. It's like I've seen players try to go for the Sniper Priest aim because like, oh, crit fishing with the sniper rifle is really fun. Because if you hit, they just fucking explode. Yeah, I did see it's always tricky though for strong items. Like I kind of run a bit of a similar meme. I do in House of Wisdom. One of my alchemists has a machine gun. Pros: +2 to hit on a machine gun incredibly fucks hard. Cons: the strength requirement is brutal. As in, like, if you can get them in a good spot where, like, you don't have to move, excellent. If you have to move even a single time, bummer. I've had one that just camped in basically the deployment zone and just, like, had fun all day with that. But not every scenario gives you that luxury, so, I don't know. Just to get the stuff that could be purple. There we go. Oh, yeah, hold on. Got this guy's mask. This once again, this is like a Age of Sigmar bits on because a long time ago my shop had a used Lord of Afflictions that I used a lot of the bits of the worm and some other stuff for one of my Chaos Knights. So I just had like this bit, the head, and like the torso, and like the torso. Okay. I still got the rest of the torso. Part of me thinks that like if I cut the bottom off, I could just make this like a weird gross face for something. Just like cut the drool, have it just like a weird blind worm thing. I was like, that would be cool. That would be neat. But prior to that, they just also had like some extra weapons on there, so I'm just fixing that now. Look at you, bud. You're actually coming together very quickly. Holy shit. Nice. I feel like I should go ahead and alternate with the base as well. A nice dark brown for this bad boy. Wait, I thought they could actually, because they're elites, right? I think you should be able to do that. Hold on. I'm like fairly certain you can do that. Yeah, you can have one elite with that. I mean, it's generally better to put it on your lieutenant if you're going to be doing stuff. You can, though. Technically, you can also put a machine armor on your sniper priest, which is a weird move, but you could totally do that. It would certainly be one of the most choices of all times. But yeah, no, you should be able to do that unless there's like some side rule that I'm missing, which I'm willing to believe on that. Great idea of doing like a little bit of like a contrast paint just to add a little bit on the base. I use Gargax Sewer, which I've been just kind of just messing around with. How you doing? No. Welcome. How you doing? Let's see what happens if I just kind of just like spread various brown shades on the base just to kind of add like a bit like dirt variety, I guess, because a lot of my dirt's pretty like monotone. I'm trying to maybe vary that up a little bit. I don't know how well this will work. I think the general gist is just to hit up some of this with various browns, and then eventually when I start doing like dry brushing and washing and stuff, those will kind of be a bit more uniform. It's a base. There's worse things to fuck up on a model. I just gotta get yellow on his axe. I don't understand. But yeah, how you doing, Nana? How you doing? I'm working on the lad. I've been on a big kick of going through my minis box where I find just minis I just never done anything with and start like kit bashing and painting them up. And this lad is the result of that. Oh, also need to paint this at some point tonight. Check it out. So I think I mentioned that like I went to Etsy and I ordered a bunch of roots. So like there's a lot of things that's like, yeah, you can make like really cool trees with roots. And I just don't have all access to roots. A lot of guides are like, yeah, you could just get like nice looking roots. Roots are free. But I think a lot of guides are written by people who live in like the very nice, like kind of like Sweden and Norway and so all the Scandinavian countries. You could just go into the woods and find the most beautiful root cluster you've ever seen and just rip it out and take it home for your arts and crafts projects. So I ordered some on Etsy because I was like, I'll give this a shot. And those came from Ukraine, which still cracks me up because the shipping did not seem particularly wild. Especially in this age of tariffs, I could just order roots from Ukraine, like no problem. It's pretty good. But they look pretty nice, actually. I'm going to try that on a turnip base, and then I want to start hot gluing a couple of those together into like some twisty trees for some other turnip stuff. Mostly for photography purposes, I think. I did root them out there very well. Thank you for noticing. I don't know why I decided to do that voice for that, but sure, why not? Maybe they have. I don't know. I would believe it. But yeah, the roots seem pretty good, and I gave them the usual. It's just funny how often I use my oven for things that are not food. So often my oven is just like, "How? What are you putting in me today?" I'm like, "Well, here's some like sticks and dirt I got from around me. I'm gonna be baking this low and slow for like an hour now at like 250 degrees." And it's like, "Oh, okay." Oh yeah, but I know there's a Kickstarter book that was going to be released for one as well, from like the Hutchins games or whatever, handicraft game. Some games with an H. I ordered the fantasy and the what's it called? There's a fantasy and then a sci-fi one. They have a couple of those in those sets, but I just ordered the original ones from both those lines, and they're really neat. I used them for one photo, and I would like to use them for more, but I've been a busy bee, working on Lancer prep and whatnot. I also did a thing where I scratched the fuck out of this with a metal toothpick, because I've seen some guides say it adds some like really good like distressed kind of leather look to it. I can actually kind of see it like a little bit. I can kind of see it. I'd believe it. I from what I understand, that's gonna go to Kickstarter soon-ish. I don't know when, but at some point. And I would maybe like to get, depending on the price. It's another one of those like, oh, the price isn't bad, but shipping hurt. And this is not even like a terror shipping. This is just like how decides to order game item that comes from like the general UK area, and it's normally it's like $20 there, and it's like $50 by the time it gets to my ass. I'm like, I forgot this evil red is more purpley. Oh, okay. See, I'm learning then. Oh, I see. Oh, you also make a joke there as well. Oh, how you doing? Let me get a more proper. Do I have anything for that color? I guess. maybe. I guess I could put some on some Marines, but I don't know if I care that much. I didn't use a huge amount of paint for that. Yeah, I do. I very much do the Night Lords thing of having like a bloody cloak, and I started doing this on my Death Guard before I really learned how much that was sort of like the Night Lord shtick, and I don't care. Yeah, step 1, steal a yacht. Step 2, through like 8, profit. There we go. Grandpa courses should I wear? I'm sorry, buddy. So Etsy is really weird. Etsy is both a very nice site for a lot of things, and also like it's gone down to shitter because of just like AI garbage and like when I was talking about like previously all these like 3D printed like tchotchke items, like stuff nobody wants, but it'll just like flood the listings. Oh, also, but I think probably the worst though is dropshipping. Dropshipping kind of got big on Etsy, and like its use of like, oh, this is where you, because like the idea of Etsy is really nice, where it was like, oh, somebody is doing handmade arts and crafts. I would love to buy handmade arts and crafts. Oh, here's the storefront to help promote and sell handmade arts and crafts. I love it. But the thing is, homemade arts and crafts actually did make them a decent chunk of money early on. The thing is, it's just, it's that usual thing where it's like, a thing does really well, but it doesn't generate infinite money forever. So the people in charge are like, how do I generate infinite money forever? Which, you know, then that's when things start going to shit. There we go. Yeah. Just then it becomes a race to the bottom, and then everyone hates what it's become. Etsy, at the very least, is not totally oh my god, guys. So, for Lancer, I wanted some NPCs, right? I wanted some NPCs. And previously a good place to find NPCs was Booth. And now you can only find slop on Booth. God, there's so much slop on there. I hate it. Yeah, there's so much slop on Booth. There's so much slop on Drive-Thru RPG. There's so much on Itch. I did find a really cool Lancer set though. That was like, this is made back a couple of years ago. It's also kind of got a bit more of like a punk look to things. So it's like it's got some good shit in it. Like here's I can post one of the images. Let's see what's like a good representative image from the set. I got one of the free packs. I'm probably going to eventually go back and maybe get like one of the paid ones. So okay, there we go. So there's like a lot of art in there of like this for like NPC portraits, which is like, you know, really good. 100 of those for free, and then there's like another one that's like 35 euros for additional like 150. Which is like, hey, that's cool. Hell yeah. There we go. So yeah. So I was able to find something, but man, I just spent so much time yesterday just wading through slop. I hate it. At least with drop shipping stuff, you could usually tell what the fuck that's gonna be, but like, God, I've had to so much. It's so bad. Let's see. What do I do? Oak needs to dry, but luckily I got like a bunch of other stuff I can do before I reach that point. How you doing, V-Architect? Welcome. How you doing? I'm working on a lad. I'm working on a Death Guard lad. How's your gun work? Like a little, I'll do like a slightly different color for the satchel. There we go. Actually, does the Lord of Contagion have a ranged option? I never actually considered it. I never actually considered the like, it's been a while since I looked at that data sheet. I knew he's got like a big chunky ass axe. No. He does not have a single gun. That's just a ceremonial gun. He just keeps it for sentimental reasons. Oh, you know, I actually still order a decent amount on Etsy. It also helps that I'm looking for very specific, like, tabletop stuff. So it's like, for the people who are like, oh, like, cute t-shirt on Etsy, those people are the ones who are actively getting fucked. I'm more like, I need tree roots. I need specific, like, item. And that usually helps a bit. It's like how you can't really look at Amazon generically anymore. Like, I can't go to Amazon and just be like, bookshelf, because you're just going to get, like, more drop-shipped bullshit. Drop-shipped bullshit. You're just going to get, like, more and more of that forever. Like, if you have, like, a certain brand in mind when you're shopping around, you're like, okay, I want this. And that does the trick. Yeah, like water slide oh, yeah, that's where I got my water slide, my Catholic water slide decals. It was off of Etsy. Those were pretty good. Gun is a combination of things that I can barely comprehend. Good way to find a maker. Oh, that's a good idea. How you doing, Turtle? How you doing, Turtle Sages? Oh, this is actually technically a very old unit. This is going to be my, this one of like slightly darker brown, which I know I have. This guy's going to be a Lord of Contagion. I guess, and we're kind of at that point that even Lord of Contagion's like pretty old, I guess, as far as Death Guard minis go. A darker brown with this. A little bit of tan, take a little bit of charred brown. Unless you mean the Praetor that I use as the base, which is like, I guess the Praetor. Age of Darkness box is kind of newish. I don't know. My trying to remember when models were released is futile. There's just so many. Who can truly ever know? There we go. Etsy just because of the time. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, Etsy, because like I think originally, so I have not done it in a while, but early on in my VTubing, I would actually put minis on Throne, and some of those were like Etsy 3D prints and stuff like that, because they were like from like Bestiarm and stuff. They were pretty neat. Oh, this lost his face piece. I wonder. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what would be like a good replacement. I guess the nice thing is, isn't Typhus relatively cheap because he was in like one of the starter boxes, so a lot of people have extra copies. It's possible you might just be able to get yourself an extra Typhus, and then you just can convert the old one into like a character or something like that. He does got a very good face though. I do like the Typhus model. Oh yeah. If you need speed, yeah, you know, you're paying for speed, you know what you're getting. Ugh. Got more paint to my palette of just like a different brown. Got my charred brown out because I'm gonna start getting some wood. This guy's actually coming around pretty nice. Let me get back on the beast though. I want to continue just to see. Just continue the idea of just kind of mashing some various colors together for this. Yeah, the thing is, like, it's been a while since I've done anything Death Guard-y. And it's like, I was like, oh yeah, I remember why I like doing this. There we go. I can kind of, if I do it like real thin, okay, I'm beginning kind of like reblend some of these different shades together. There we go. Oh yeah, no, Plaguebear's Call is a fun kit. I've done 2 so far. The original one I got new, and then the other one was at my use portion of my shop where it was just like, I think somebody broke all the spikes on top of it, and we're just like, yeah, fuck it. And then I took it home and I made it look good. And now I got 2 Plaguebear's Crawlers. Yippee! I know some people will still run 3, so I don't know if I ever need a 3rd, maybe someday. Who knows? Look at you, base. Look at you. I'd still just continue to try to like mush around various colors and whatnot. Anything in this like test. I've been like looking up techniques. I finally the Grimdark Companion people have been talking about using this glue technique for fucking ages, and they finally released like a public video for like how that works, and it's interesting. Basically, what they do is they'll do like a layer of paint, usually with like an airbrush, and then they seal it with a very thin layer of super glue, like that's like the really runny, almost like water consistency super glue. They do that. Then they'll put a layer of like a really thin wash with like via an airbrush. And then they'll use alcohol, actually, like 90, 93, 97%. I don't know, some high 90 percentage. And they'll spray it, and then like the paint will start to kind of like pool and separate weirdly. And then what happens is that like they wait for that to dry a little bit, and then they kind of like use a brush to kind of push it into veins, which is buck wild. So they push it together into veins, and then eventually they're like, okay, that was like a good kind of like red vein and sort of bruised flesh. And then they might do like another layer with like a green, but they also seal it with the glue each time. It looks pretty neat. It looks pretty neat. But, ooh! Baneblade for Christmas sounds fucking rad. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if that's what birthday coupons are for. Buying the big shit. Well, fuck yeah. Let's go. Let's go. What also might be worth getting him if you're like, I mean, a Baneblade is enough. If you see me use any of those paint markers, those paint markers are stupid good for rivets. And from what I understand, Baneblades have like a ludicrous amount of rivets. So like, I don't know. That might, if you don't get it for him, maybe point him in that direction. Oh, he's got some of those? Okay, there we go. That's good then. Because I've heard stories of people that started working on the Baneblade. They're like, I fucking love this model. And then they get to the rivets and they're like, I crave the sweet release of death. Oh, he just got the, oh, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, then yeah, definitely one of those, yeah, this particular one I like, the dark aluminum. Good investment. Good investment. All right, the lad. How you holding up, the lad? Let's get a little bit of darker. Oh, see, Dark Angel in the Terminator armor. Oh wait, they were doing termies for many of the month. That is actually incredibly rad. Yeah, there's a G-Dub store near me, but it's far enough away that it's not worth going to for many of the month. No idea if he gave it back. You might want to check on that. That feels that feels like a big thing to misplace. Not you misplace. I mean, like if your coworker has not returned a rivet gun, I feel like they need to do that. I feel like that's probably a good idea. Yeah, G-Dub stores are like, if that's your only option to play at, they're not the worst. You could do worse. But yeah, no, since I have like a good like LGS, I've had very no urge to ever go back to the original one I played at. How you doing, Elman? Welcome. I mean, it's possible someday. Like, considering that we got the Votann second wave, like who knows? Maybe there'll be all kinds of treats in the future for other armies. Probably not though. Emperor's Children, the lists are very strange. Like they're missing a lot of stuff that you would assume they have, even in the stuff they have in like the lore, which is odd. Oh, I have not tried the weathering pencils yet. I have not tried the weathering pencils. You have to let me know how good those are, because I really like using stuff like my painting's pretty good and everything, but I do really like using like what's it called, like different materials and stuff to kind of like really fuck around with some shit. It's pretty good. All the metals. Oh yeah, let's get some turquoise bullshit. Let's get some turquoise bullshit that is eventually going to become tarnished. I nearly put gray on my palette because I grabbed the wrong one. Yeah, I mean, the thing is too, this kind of sucks, but I mean, you could just also run regular Chaos Space Marines. Like, if you don't care about Fulgrim or Lucius, all the Infractors are basically Legionnaires with melee weapons. All the Tormentors are just Legionnaires, like to the point where like, okay, so I went to my local shop to use to get some Legionnaires as Tormentors. Wow, check this out. Melt-A-Gun, Bolter, Plasma, Bolter. I just added a symbol to this guy. There's probably other ways you could find your own symbol of Slaanesh. Bolter. This guy did a little bit of cheating where I gave him a different power sword, but he's got a plasma pistol. And I did a different head, but like, you know, the components are there to run Tormentors as just vanilla Legionnaires. And then you use that one rule that lets you sub in, oh god, on the back, which I don't like. You can use the rules that let you sub in, so your noise marines. Like, yeah, you can do that, and then you get access to bikers and like jump packs and stuff like that. What noise marine specific rules? I mean, you can. I mean, you see, it sounded like that's what I'm saying though. It's like you can run the noise marines, and then you can just have all the fucking other miscellaneous, because all the stuff that's missing is just in the Chaos Space Marine Codex, including, and then you can just mark them as Slanesh and just fucking party. I don't know. I think that's a way to do it. It sucks that G-dubs makes that a thing that people will have to consider doing in the first place, but that's G-dub doing G-dubs, I guess. Oh, okay. The flawless blades you couldn't really. I guess flawless blades are technically possessed, but that's fair. That's fair. That's totally understandable. I do like my noise marines quite a bit though. I do like my noise marines. That's why I like playing 3rd edition 40k, where I can run my noise marines with my death guard. It's pretty cool, pretty rad. It's unironically really sick. I really enjoy that aspect of there, where it's like there's just one big book and you just mix and match everything with different marks and special rules and stuff like that. It really is peak codex. If you ever seen people just like jerk off that codex online, you're like, why is that so good? It's because it's really flexible. It's really flexible and really fun. You could do a lot. You could have like horned berserkers that ride like motorbikes, run them directly into your enemy, and then just have one of them turn into a bloodthirster as it just rips out their body. It's pretty great. Or you can summon bloodletters with the bikers. I want to get me some corn bikers one of these days. Hell yeah, brother! It's super cool. It's super cool. It's sad I have not actually got to play war games in a hot minute, and I miss it. At the very least, I know my shop is having like a big turnip event at some point soonish, which would be cool. Like at the very least, if I don't get to play any this weekend, I'll get to play some next weekend in the big turnipy game. I try to mostly eliminate the trim on this model, and I think I did a pretty good job, but there's still plenty of trim. Plenty of trim to deal with. These fuckers. I can never rest. Even on a model that's not actively chaos, it still has trim. You know what the fuck is... Oh, he's got like an ass grenade. Okay. Well, I was like, what's that little bump back there? It's a grenade. I'll have to make sure that gets hit up as well. Anything funky with a gun as well? I'll fuck with the gun later. And flesh on the top, so I can just have that start here. There we go. I think Pack-Bound Raiders is a good one. You could also run the Fabby's Bile detachment. If you want to do those, like, if you want to kind of do those couple of instances where Fabby's Bile leads around some Emperor's Children guys. It's pretty fun because you can. There's a chance to get ballistic skill buffs, which Noise Marines would enjoy. I think technically the optimal pro strat is to run them with Plague Marines, but that'd still be pretty legit. That'd still be pretty legit. There we go. So we got that. We got that. Oh yeah, we got various Nurgle accessories and whatnot that I have added to this model. This guy, so it's funny. So originally he only was gonna have this pole and that guy. This little tree thing. What happened was I was cleaning my desk and like buy my paint things. Sometimes when I'm working on models, I will clip something, and I just don't know where the part ends up. Like I'll be like, well, this part's got to go. I'll clip it and it'll fly off into fucking space. And in this instance, where it flew off into fucking space, was actually like on my desk by my paints. So I was like, oh shit, this would be great. This is a model that was made after like a cluster of happy little accidents in like the best fucking way. It's been nice. It's been nice. It's been fun. Like I said, I've been digging into my bits box for shit lately, and it's not like I'm like hurting on models. It's not like I'm like, oh god, I'm running out. I'm getting desperate for new stuff to paint. But I've actually just really enjoyed the process. Like, oh yeah, I've had these for a while. I'm gonna just do some stuff and some stuff and some stuff. And hey, there we go. Look at him. Look at the lad. Look at this charming fellow. He was just, the funny thing is this guy's model's actually been painted before. This is technically the model's second appearance on my stream. Actually, I can actually see if I think I know, yeah, I know where on my Instagram where I can find that. Hold on. I might do that real quick. Centerpiece model. You could do a knight. You could do a defiler. You could do a hellbrute. There are a couple of options. Instagram. I can see if I can grab that model. This is one of those ones that I need to scroll like really far down, where it's like I can begin to see the quality of my paint. Oh, actually, it's like I have like I've recently, this last year, I've really established a style of how I present minis. And then once you get past that, where you kind of get like real Wild West, where it's like sometimes they were on background, sometimes the lighting gets significantly worse. Oh my god, the lighting is so much worse. The models aren't too bad though. Like I would expect that I would look at my really old shit and just be like, oh, cringe, I hate them. Not really, they're not that bad. Did I never? Did I take pictures of these guys? Did I not? Aw. I swear I took photos of these lads. I'm McLuce. Oh, there we go. Okay. It was actually just so dark that I could not see. I just could not see where they were at. Look at inspect element because Instagram hates me. Me personally, it hates me. Halbernacht personally because it's a vile platform. I mean, yeah, you could do a Dreadnought and run as a Hellbrute. I mean, that's canon. Okay. So these, back when I was going to do Death Guard for my, when I was going to do Death Guard for my Horus Heresy army. And you see this chuckle fuck? You see this lad? It's him. It's the same lad. I like to imagine that this is him, like, this is Heresy era, this is like Siege of Terra era, and this is him, like, many years surviving in the warp. That's kind of fun. That's like a fun thing to do. I always really like that idea of it's hard because you can't really do that with loyalists, but for heretics you could just kind of do that like pre and post heresy, which I find to be very fun. What's I need to do? We'll do another layer on the ye old pile of stuff. At least 2 years. Yeah, he said. Listen, he's had a rough 2 years. I mean, I believe Hellbrutes are on 60 mil bases, right? I think you can totally do that. Let's see. Hellbrutes are on they're on 60 millimeter base. Yeah, you could totally just use an OG Dreadnought for that. You could totally do that. How you doing, Benjamin? Welcome. Yeah, I don't know what I would say would be like a tip for Terminators in particular. Yeah, I mean, is there? I guess the better question is like, is there a part with Terminators you're getting stuck on? Like what's the? Like what's holding you up? What's holding you up with those? What do? All these. I can just keep seeing what happens when I mix these to my base. Like, let's do Basilica and Gray. Fuck it. Let's fucking party. I think Death Guard can still take Hellbrutes. I think so, anyway. I know World Leaders can. World Leaders can bring Hellbrutes, and Chaos Space Marines can bring Hellbrutes. Oh, it's a trim issue. Oh, okay. I know if the trim is real bad, I know sometimes this is a thing that I've even done where you just paint the model as the trim and then you paint within the armor to get around doing that. That is potentially an option. What if I just mix like a little gray in there? Like a little bit of water in that gray. A Loyal Strad for a missile. Yeah, I mean that would work too. Where they're all pretty on it. I'm not. What's the question you're asking? Sounded like you want to do like scarification based like Chaos Space Marines. Like, yeah, that seems feasible. That sounds totally feasible. You did. You're doing Deathwing too for more. Okay. I too feel your pain of taking a concept that's normally frustrating and making it worse. I feel you. I understand. It's a very specific type of pain, but I understand where you're going with that. A bit more gray. Gray contrast. I'm still not entirely sure if I'm vibing with this idea, but it's coalescing into something. I'll take it. A pretty. I mean, that's not. I mean, that seems fine. I have no strong feelings either way about pretty. Well, the thing is, oh god, when I think about Pretty Marines, though, I just think of like the old TG Pretty Marines. But like, yeah, I mean, like, you want to do that, do it. That sounds fun. I'm also the worst person to ask about that because I specifically like everything being gross and ugly. Like, I love my guys to be like greebly hideous fucks. So like, I mean, conceptually, like pretty Slaanesh Marines doesn't sound that wild. I don't think I would ever do that, but that's also just like not my shtick. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, so Hellbrutes are still pretty versatile. That's good. That's good to know. Hellbrute, yeah. that was stupid. That was one of the stupidest jokes I have made in a while. Pretty good. I like doing that. But yeah, so yeah. Hellbrutes are like, I don't know. I would really like to get one of the really old Hellbrutes. The Dark Vengeance Hellbrutes are neat. I like those, but I think mind you, a lot of people do. That is something special. I mean, yeah, I mean that sounds legit. If that's what you want to do, especially if you can get that like, God, I've seen chrome paint jobs and they look like hell. I don't think having an entire army of chrome paint jobs is like mirror sheen stuff is. I guess if you did like a silver, that wouldn't be too bad. That'd probably lessen the ego death that goes with trying to do chrome in bulk, but I think it could work. At the end of the day, you just gotta figure out if you want to do it and make it happen, make it real. Put the brush to the model. Hell yeah, brother. I don't know. I'm like slowly becoming like an old wizened trucker, but sure. I think it's because we all universally know that wizened truckers are sources of generational knowledge, right? What do you mean discount? What do you mean discount gray? Gray Knights do not own silver as an idea. That is not unique to them. The spirit of macho. Oh yeah, brother. How you doing, Calvin? Welcome. How you doing? I'm working on the lad. I'm working on this lad. Oh, you never did his horns. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do the horns. Also, maybe what I might do instead, though. yeah, Iron Warriors did not painting first. Touche. How you doing? How you doing, Duke? How you doing? I've been working on my Lord of Contagion, which seems to be going pretty well. That's another one, maybe. No, I shouldn't get deep. I should not be gluing it already to the base. But what I might do is just hit this up and then blow dry it, so it's not going to take a billion years to get going. That's a pretty good idea. It's like, hey, congrats on the second play. Oh, we need to do this little metal bits too. Well, congrats on your stuff. Hell yeah. I have mostly tapped out of Uma Musume at this point. Other than like, I I don't know. Maybe if I get like a lucky lunch break where I'm just feeling it. Till then, I've been pretty. Nice thing is if I get this a little scrunkly, I can always just go back with the blood paint. So this is just like a red that I'm eventually gonna layer a blood paint. Oh yeah, you definitely should do that. Or hey, you know, or the silver. There's the silver. Silver skulls are real. Silver skulls are real as well. There's all kinds of fun chapters out there. Like, it still cracks me. I've already mentioned this, but it's like when I keep looking at the Codex Eye of Terror, and it has all the Chaos Space Marine legions participating, except for Night Lords, and their spot is taken by a chapter called the Violators, which has only showed up in a couple more G-Dubs books, including an Imperial Armor. Rylanor? I don't think anyone's going to assume that any nice-looking Dreadnought's Rylanor. I don't know. I mean, I would not worry too much about any particular model being mistaken for any other particular model. Like, listen, I'm doing a flesh cloak on a model that's not a Night Lord. If I let other people dictate all my choices, I would never have fun. It's about having fun. About the flesh cloak. I just gotta get that like little bit. Ah, fuck. Oh, it's leaking. Oh shit, it's leaking. Get that blow dryer. And that's also a weird thing too, is like, I don't know who I'd want to wait to come out. Like what character that's not available that I would like to get. Yeah, that's fine. A lot, most Hellbrutes are based off of that chassis. That's totally fine. That's totally viable. Get you all dried up, buddy, or at least dried up enough that I can like firmly grasp it. There we go. There we go. Let's wick off that extra moisture now, shall we? Hell yeah. Sweet. Let's see. No, there's also, like, I haven't seen a lot of stuff for Machikane Tannhauser. There we go. I can now do, like, Machikane Hitaru off the top of my head. Totally easy now. I no longer have issues with her name. Shit, there's a decent amount of this axe I gotta do some stuff too as well. There we go. There we go. There we go. I don't know. Because I mean, if the Space Marines were a bit more utilitarian, maybe. But this is also the chapter that flies gigantic flags, and like depending on the chapter, you might have like whole fucking like stories that are passed down from generation to generation about a guy in the suit. So like I don't know like I don't know if it's like the hottest take, but I don't think it's one that I could personally get behind. Mostly. I want to extend this. Bit. Yeah, getting real on there and stuff like that. Bendable knees. The Contemptor then? Yeah, that's fine. A lot of Heresy, a lot of Hellbrutes are like, at least in the lore, they're sort of based on that chassis because that was sort of the big one. I know the Castaferum probably has a lot more active. I don't know actually. Castaferums have kind of faded out entirely though with the new like new style dreads. Oh, actually, hold on. So get around here. At some point, I'm also going to need to start layering. Let's see what's we got. There's a little bit that needs to be purple. I need to get some metal on those little bits. I'm getting like pretty good progress, but I also think okay. Oh no. So okay. I know newer dreads have knees. Do Contemptors have knees? Hold on. Contemptor, someone. There we go. Yeah, he got knees. Behold, lad. I got this in my shop's used bin for like no monies. I'm eventually going to make it into a Marigal, but that project has just been like, I should do that for like a year now. Well, goodbye. No! I tried to throw it into his bin. I missed. He bounced off of the shelf and hit the ground. Like, no damage or anything. This isn't like oh no, all hands on deck. It's just kind of like a, damn. It do be like that sometimes. Put around here. Make him a slid. No, I'm gonna make him a Margal. So I could also use them as a Daemon Prince for my Emperor's Children, because I think that'd be fun. Especially because my Emperor's Children are actually word bearers. So, it's I'm going with the idea that like some Margals just basically just lasted long enough that they just steeped in chaos. So they're like mechanically Daemon Princes, but functional, but like lore wise, they're still just basically like super hellbrutes. I think that makes sense. Ever printed him? No, he's real. That's a real one. I will be doing a fuckload of 3D printed bits for sure. That's absolutely gonna happen. That's a real body though. That is a real body. I really like doing a real model with 3D printed bits. I find that to be fun. I don't know why. I could do the entire thing 3D printed technically, but I think I just like the idea of just kind of like building around like a pre-made body. I think it's just kind of neat. I think also and all this flip. Be a good layer, and then I'll start doing maybe some like. Let's consider that this is like chunky flesh. I could probably just do some like really, really pale skin dry brushes on them. But yeah. I'm Contemptors. I do like. The thing is, I do like the Contemptors a lot. I even kind of like the Daros a little bit. Leviathans are fine. They're doing that new. There's that like new marine like get started box. Though I still haven't. My Saturnine stuff hasn't even arrived yet, so I can't. I don't want to go too deep with anything else for Heresy. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty much. So like an example. Let me get a little bit more yellow on this guy, and I'll show you. If you guys remember my Master's Signals. Let's see. It's stupid thin. So stupid. Why is this so stupid then? Oh fuck. Okay, we got an ad break soon. Maybe the Prozone move is just to wait till after that to show you. Get the fleshy gooey chunks. Yippee! Let's see. There we go. There we go. I just got like hit with like the same, like every now and then I'll just like have like a loose color, just like where, how did you get here? How did you get there? Don't be hitting soon, please. I would like to explain things to nice people. Why are you doing this to me? There we go. Ad break, please. Just get out of your system, please. Ad break, please. There we go. Okay, finally, ad is activated, and then I don't have to deal with that lingering. It's so awkward because it's like I still want to keep talking, but it's like, well, I don't want to get interrupted. So it's like I guess I just gotta fucking wait. I don't want to wait. It's fine. All right, we are back. Yippee! Let's go. So this guy, my Master Signals, the body is a regular Mark 6, the helmet's a metal G-dubs Chaos Chosen, and then the arm, the backpack, and then this thing is 3D printed, but the scrolls are fabric. I mean, the idea of a fucking like Chaos Lord just fucking DDRing it. At last, I'm about to walk on your ass. I mean, it sounds like fun. Like, I mean, I mean, it sounds like you're down for this idea. I would just say at this point, I just say go for it. I mean, if there's like, you know, like a money restriction or like time or whatever, sure. But I mean, it sounds like you're on board. You got like story ideas and everything for it. I would just say fucking start. I'd say go for it. Make it real. Do not let your dreams be memes. Depths of here. I haven't heard the song. Fuck it. This is like one of those like Japanese VTubers that I remember like really early on VTubing. But like I don't know if they're actually still active or they did anything else, but I just found their music randomly. Every now and then, I remember there was a Japanese VTuber who was like a mouse who would play guitar in the morning during like lockdown stuff, and I lost track of her name, and I don't remember what she was called, and I don't even know if like the VOD still exists. But it's like sometimes I'm just like, man, that'd be nice to see if I can find that. There we go. Let's see Sir Sebastian. How you doing? Welcome. Oh wait, so you say he only goes for combos? He's got to hit that holy number, or else he doesn't give a fuck. What's the holy number of Slanesh? 7's Nurgle, 6 is... 6 is Slanesh, 7's Nurgle, 8's Korn, and 9's Zeech. You might want to bump the number to 6 then instead of 7. I know lucky 7's, but a lot of if you're going like really Slanesh strength, you might want to lean into that holy number. She was independent. Let's see, finished killing the 6. Oh, okay. So is this the 7th one's like a freebie then? Okay, so it's just okay. It's 616. Okay, I was misreading you. I was misreading you then. Yeah, no, she was just like a independent VTuber. The thing is, if you type in like mouse VTuber guitar, you're gonna get like infinite results. And I don't like maybe I guess that maybe is like the one benefit to YouTube keeping like infinite history on everyone forever. Is that maybe I could decide to go back to like my 2020, 2021, just like search history and see if I could find it. Very unlikely, but I guess it's not impossible. There we go. Still have to get your horns. What color? Do you want to do your horns, buddy? I could do a Steel Agent Drab, I guess. Oh, you're saying if I just hallucinated like a guitar mouse, maybe. I can't entirely like I don't have any proof she was real, so I mean fair thing. Out of everything, inventing a Japanese guitar mouse is very strange though. That's an interesting question. Did I ever give her money? That sounds dumb. Like I feel like I might have maybe thrown like a $5 like super chat. Maybe I could check my stuff. Maybe I could check my stuff to see if I could find her there. I'm also very likely to find out that like she just like one day just decided just to implode her entire account. I don't think she went corpo. There's just like a lot of early VTubers who are just like, yeah, I'm just kind of doing my own thing. It's stuff is happening. Which I like that. They're in that kind of like really early, even before like a lot of the major like Niji Sanji and Hololive sort of solidified. It's just like, what are you doing? I don't know. I got some tracking stuff, so I'm just gonna play guitar, I guess. Ah, fuck. Oh, there we go. Moralizing is shit if you weren't worth killing. I guess it depends though. Like if they're civilians, you'd probably be pretty stoked to not get killed. If you're a guardsman though, you'd probably just keep firing though. So I don't know. I don't know if eventually the kill count resets or that he's just like fuck you, nerd, and just like backflips out of there while the other guy keeps trying to kill him. Okay. Well, there we go. Now the horns are doing shit. A little bit more. There's a couple more metal bits, which I missed like a great. See. There we go. No, that's I don't think that's crazy actually. I don't think I legitimately don't believe that's I think that's like it's something that I should be doing more, but I'm very lazy. Because it used to just be that kind of like, haha, all data on the internet is real and live forever. Like why would you bother archive everything? But we've seen time and time again that's not true. Like art, like stuff remaining on the internet is very, very slippery. It sucks because I mean it used to be that thing. It's like, yeah, everything that's on the internet's there forever, but I don't like, yeah, now it's just kind of It could vanish one day. No, I think archiving is a great idea personally. Like, I don't believe I would ever delete any of my old stuff, but like, you know, if you like my stuff, you might consider archiving. You never know. One day YouTube could just be like, fuck you. Oh yeah, no, yeah, especially now that the Internet Archive, like, this is not their fault, but they can just be bullied by what's it called? By, like, you know, like big corporations and stuff like that. This might be a bit too light. Yeah, I mean, we do live in a good era where like drive space isn't too bad. I'm gonna use a Pro Acryl's purple. It's a very bright purple. Like, this feels pretty light. This is gonna be like even. It's gonna be even lighter. But I think the lightness of this is gonna be good because I'm gonna try to, what's it called? Because I know this shit is gonna darken the hell up. Also, I got me some new brushes. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. There we go. Unfortunately, as fun as I think Eldritch Internet will be, I think it's more likely that it's going to become like a stupid, like, lockdown, like you like eventually I could see like a weird thing where instead of like you pay like a Netflix like thing to access certain parts of the internet, where it's just all subscriptions all the way down. Unless you're doing like Tor stuff, and I don't even mean like Tor's definitely like you're going to like the deep web for legal shit, as in like you're going to the deep web so you can actually see like private websites at like a reasonable degree. Yeah, effectively, yeah, kind of like the AOL Walled Garden, but if it was real. And like not like, and I'm sure it'll be sold out of like a convenience thing too. A lot of people like, listen, you're only going to use X amount of websites anyway. What if we made an internet package that was cheaper, but you could only really go onto these websites? But you're only going to these websites anyway because that's where all like social media is. They really did, but because at the time they didn't know better, and arguably people on the internet are more active and more tech illiterate. So like. I'm like, it sucks, but I'd be more likely to believe that like another AOL Walled Garden V2 is going to spring up than like the internet becoming like a sapient creature or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, but I got one of those like I need to get one of those like proper racks that you can just take like a whole big chunky hard drive in and just kind of swap those out. This is the extra small Artist Opus dry brush. It's it's not as small as the one I was using from from Rosemary and Company. I think the brush quality is a lot better though, which is going to help me quite a bit for this. Continue to try to build up very, 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 very light shades on this. And kind of be messy because this is just going to be kind of a messy model because Death Guard lol. There we go. Oh, that'd be fun. I always love the idea of like backporting media into places it shouldn't be. Like I like demakes and stuff like that is always really great. How you doing, Oni? I'm doing pretty good. I feel like the lad has gotten like crazy progress on him today. Mind you, it's actually like, despite the fact that it's really detailed, I actually kind of simplified bits of the model by covering it in like goos and whatnot that kind of was purposely done to destroy the detail, but also to make everything look more worn and shitty. It's that kind of thing where it's like, I'm doing this for a reason, but the reason is both for visuals and for convenience. Ooh. Had a wild hiccup. Yeah, I know. Wait, Summoning Salt was doing that. I know Summoning Salt was like, hey, I'm selling like my greatest hits on VHS because like, you know, their thing is kind of like going through like archival footage for some of their stuff, for like speedrun histories and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure that he basically said something to the degree of like I'm doing that, but also some of these VHS will have like bonus scenes and stuff like that added to them. How you doing, Lana? How you doing? Yeah, I do be doing a very disgustingly resilient lad for sure. I'm getting him all gooped up on a Tuesday evening. You ever feel gooped up on a Tuesday evening? There we go. But yeah, that would be fun. The problem is, at least for me, I just don't have a VHS player anymore. I own 3 VHS tapes. All of them are anime. One is Dragon Half, which is a great show. There's, I guess it's like an OVA. There's only 2. I need to read the manga. The manga I think has like a pretty long history. There's that. I have Geo Breeders, and then I have Elf Princess Rain. I picked up so I knew about Dragon Half before I picked that up. What happened is that back in high school, a friend of mine was getting a tattoo, and I was there, and it's like, I don't really have anything to do. I don't really have anything to do here, so I'll just browse this stuff. I was, oh shit, they got anime DVDs. What the fuck? How you doing, Joseph Book? Welcome. Gooped up on a Tuesday evening this year. I mean, you know, sometimes if you get gooped enough, if you get gooped up enough, you don't even remember it. It's the perfect crime. The perfect self-gooping. How you doing? Build up the bits. Is it because I keep doing my models borderline too dark. So I'm gonna try to do it this way and keep it kind of light, with the idea that eventually I will go back and I'm going to darken this with layers of like grime and washes and stuff. So this is me. This is Hal has been watching a couple of videos, and Hal would like to do something slightly different than what he's been doing to see if that makes a significant change or not. Will it? I don't know. We'll give it a go. So yeah, oh, you have a fucking Betamax. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. To date, I have never seen a Betamax in person. I think it'd be neat for sure, but like they've never existed anywhere that I've ever been or ever grown up in. I would like to see it one at least once though. I think I've seen Betamax. I'm thinking laser discs. I've seen laser discs. I actually don't think I've seen like any Betamax players or anything though. And this is kind of doing like a very kind of thinned out version of this. But yeah, how you doing, Polk? How you doing? I'm currently, like I said, I'm working on the lad, and he's turned out pretty good. Trying to keep things relatively light, which feels weird at this stage, but this is going to be very much like I need to trust the process. Build a racetrack. Oh, that sounds like fun, actually. Yeah, I did grow up with VHS tapes quite a bit, actually. I remember even as late as high school as they were the easiest medium that I could record things to. So I remember like taping stuff off of like HBO and whatnot onto VHS, even in high school, which at that point, like VHS had kind of fallen off as a platform like immensely. But it's like, well, this is all I got. So, I also purposely did a bit of that, like, what's it called? Baking soda and super glue. I did a little bit of purposeful extra baking soda and super glue on that shoulder to add some texture. I think worked out pretty well. I'm pretty jazzed about it. Punchline and ops. Yeah, that's same. Yeah, like the joke of like, you're gonna go the way of the Betamax, that kind of thing. I do kind of enjoy that, like, where a lot of tech has been sort of discarded and just kind of like treated shittily. I do like that we're kind of in the age where people have like some reverence, might be a strong word, but people are like, yeah, this was a neat little thing. Like there's like some attention to detail now for that kind of stuff. I'm gonna start doing. I can start doing some airbrush skin. Yeah. Someone always wants it. So like it'll be somebody's thing. Which, oh guys, I found the best Yume Joshi of all time. I found the best. So for context, like, you know, people know Fujoshi. They want to see the two anime boys kiss. Yume Joshi are more like self-shippers. I'm not going to name the account name. I think she's one of those like Yume's that is like, you know, doing pretty well and like is like comfortable with stuff. I found a Yume Joshi who's Scrimbo Bimbolo, her true love, is a character from Mario. Okay. Is a character from Mario. So what I want you all to do is do like, you know, a reasonable guess about what Mario character she's a Yume Jo for. You know, I'm gonna open it up. I would say I would say keep it like a core Mario character, like something that you would see in most of the games. Let's see. All right, we got Thwomp, we got a Shy Guy, we got a Waluigi. Oh, I don't know. What is it? Ah, yes, Benjamin caught it. It's a Bob-omb Yumejo. Her little lad is the lad. And I saw this, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. It's the good. Where do I put you on here? There we go. Slowly pile sheet. No, I don't want to cover Bloom. I can cover the Lancer portrait. That's fine. There we go. But I saw that and I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is great. This is great. Cause there's like Yumejos who kind of like sort of like very like, you know, traditionally attractive characters, and that's fine. That's not like a dig against them or anything. But I do love it when like they are the Scrimblows Bimblos, and like that's my guy. That's my guy. Like fuck yeah. I hope she and her Bob-omb husbando have a great time, and I wish no malice or harm to ever come to them. So accumulate. Oh yeah, just get like retro formats, or you mean like husbandos? Either way, I think that's probably like a repeated answer for both. So I'm doing I'm using the next skin tone, but I found that if I kind of do it this kind of like splotchy way, kind of looking good. That we do be getting that flesh cloak. There we go. Especially like kind of do it like that. Keep the I think it's like the areas around the shoulders where things are always going to look a little kind of jank. It looks like really good in these like flat areas though. Like the flat areas are where this like really pops off. Yeah, I didn't look too hard through her stuff. So I was like, I don't know exactly like what led to it. I thought, because what happened is that somebody was like, it was like a thing. It's like her mom ordered a second Bob-omb because she was ordering a plush for just to like have or whatever, and then that led to people finding out that she was a Bob-omb Yumejo. And it's like she's like one of those people that, from what I understand, is like, yeah, this is what I'm into. This is fun. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. It's nice. I personally think deep down that like I feel, especially for 40, I feel like for 40K, if a lot of Yumejos would just know, dig deep, I think it's because they're just like, oh yeah, no, there's a whole galaxy of just fucking, just all kinds of just like Scrimblows out there, all kinds. You got Primarch Scrimblows, you got fucking, you got chapter masters, and you just got like random one-off Marines in books, and you got captains, and you got chaos Scrimblows, and you got loyalist Scrimblows, you got guardsmen, you got admech, you got all kinds of shit. Eversor assassins, the sky's the fucking limit, baby. And I see some every now and then. So like I've seen someone who's like special lad is Angron. I was like, yeah. Angron could probably use that. Oh yeah, no, Korax I think is like actually no, sorry, not Korax. Kurz I think is the one that I've seen get most like self-shipped with people. I think like for people that are very online, I think Kurz is the most attractive Primarch. And then for people who aren't, or just like a bit more like sane, it's probably Sanguinius. But the people who are into Kurz are really into Kurz. Really into Kurz. Like super into Kurz. And I don't even think it's like, oh my god, I can fix him, because I don't think that, you know, I feel like actually there's a lot like where that kind of thing is kind of wrapped around, and people are just more like, oh god, I want him to like make me worse. Like there's a lot of people that like that's their default now. So like I don't even know if we get like a lot of like, oh my god, I can fix him. I don't know if we get that very much. Or like I don't know if you can make Kurz worse. I don't know what would make Kurz worse. I feel like it would take effort. It would take some skills to make Kurz worse. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you like Kurz like that, you do not want to fix them. I think the best you can hope for. Actually, you know what? I think I think the best way to do that, I think if somebody wanted to, what you would do is you would make yourself insert a perpetual. Hear me out. You make yourself insert in a perpetual, so that way curs can still be curs and just fucking skin your shit. But then you come back the next day and just like, I don't know. Oh god, yeah. Oh god, just. So are you saying that like indirectly now that like I'm sure you might have known about Wraithu before me. If there's even the slightest chance that Dizzy Dokuro of Phase Connect knows about Wraithu because of my indirect machinations, I don't know what to do with this information. I don't know what to do with this information. Yeah, there's a lot of like, it's also kind of funny how fucking Omegaverse went from kind of like an internet joke to like a whole medium. Oh my god, fuck. Okay. My reach as a VTuber is strange. I've had something similar, Lada, where like sometimes like crab and crab-like creatures will just end up in places that they should not be and are also lethal to them. Oh, there's a bunch. Like it's just so it's funny because if I remember right, I believe a lot of the Omegaverse stuff was early supernatural stuff, and then now it's just kind of its own thing. And now you got like straight Omegaverse, and you got like official like, because it used to be like a fanfiction only thing, and now you can just buy that shit at the bookstore. What a world we live in. What certainly what a world we live in. And this last layer, there we go. They're getting the extra light bits on here. There's one thing I feel like I've gotten really good at. It's making a horrifying looking skin cloak. I should really get some Night Lords. I want to get the Nemesis Claw, but it's always fucking sold out. That's the one model that I keep wanting to get, but I can never find it in stock anywhere. Without like, you know, the usual, like if I'm sure there's some scalper on eBay selling it for like $300. I don't want that. Down a little bit. There we go. You what? Yeah, you can buy that shit in stores now. Oh, I'm sure there's more than one Omegaverse manga. There's got to be several. Let's get there we go. Oh no, I remembered. Rough Iron is too So I don't super live near a coast. I don't mean like right now. I mean in other points in my life. Right, where's my evil crow? Yeah, just if I look through every bottle that has a black cap, I will certainly find many bottles now. There we go, found it. Oh no, I love Rough Iron. It's just it doesn't look great for dry brushing like tarnished stuff. I've tried it before, it's too dark. I do love Rough Iron though because it's just Warplock bronze in a tube, aka that makes it the best color of all time. Let's get a little bit of stuff like that. Oh god, yeah, no, hold on. I'm gonna do. I don't care about my search history. I'm gonna go to barnesandnoble.com. Barnes and Noble. There we go. Let's go to barnesandnoble.com, and I'm gonna type the word Omegaverse. There we go. Omegaverse. What do we get? How many hits do we get? We get 348 results. The Alphas rejected Omega. Unexpected heat made for Alphas. Unnatural Omega. The Rogue Queen's secret. What is that? Unbalanced Omega. My parrot surprise. My Alpha's oh god. I wonder how many of these are. Oh, a lot of these are ebooks. A lot of these are ebooks. Can I filter these down to like ones you can buy in stores? Let's see, actual books. Take me to actual books, please. How many actual Megaverse books? No, I don't want ebook. No, I do not. I do not want ebook. Fine. We'll go to graphic novels and manga. Omegaverse delinquents. God, there's so much. It's actually like legitimately a lot. I can't for some reason separate like ebook from this though. But whatever. Yeah, no, so yeah, you can at least find that. Oh god, do I have to explain Omegaverse? Alright, let me turn my AC first, because I'm melting. It's getting cold, so I didn't think I would need like to turn on the AC. Like got the long gloves and got the hot light. Oh god. All right, so time to explain this shit. Somebody redeem. No, that I stop. Somebody redeem the glasses. I feel like I need glasses to explain this. Let me get stuff. Sorry, you're fine. I just like you said something. I'm just like, oi, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, I think it might. Oh, actually, this might be the glove. Yeah. Okay, well, so Omegaverse was originally a genre of fan fiction. I believe it was supernatural based, like all things horrible. There's something like in the water for supernatural people that just made them bananas. For context, a lot of the shipping for supernatural stuff was not the characters, but like the actors. But anyway, so you have a lot of people that were into yaoi. But also, like, you know, they wanted to see dudes get pregnant. So they invented, basically, the Omegaverse is the idea that it's an alternate universe where it's just like our own Earth, or sometimes it's like a fantasy setting or whatever. But the premise is that there's like another axis of gender, I guess is the best way to say this, based off of like, you know how like everything to do with wolves, like having like alphas or whatever is bullshit? Like we've pretty convincingly discovered that all that was bullshit, like pseudoscience. They leaned in. So, and this time, like, it varies depending on the work. So, like, sometimes this also affects women. Sometimes this is just only a dude thing. But the base idea is that there are alphas who get people pregnant, betas who can get pregnant, but also can impregnate other people, and omegas that are just for getting pregnant. And the shenanigans ensue. So yeah, so that's the real basis of that. And it was, like I said, it was originally like a fan fiction thing. That was just something you would just find online. But it kind of turned into like a popular romance genre. And a lot of it's still kind of like gay shipping stuff, but a lot of it is also like now there's like straight Omegaverse, where it's like, she's like, it's kind of like, you know, the idea that like some people are like, oh, like she's a delicate angel flower maiden. And this guy is Beefcake Wolfheart. He's a big beefcake lad. What's she, a delicate flower, going to do? Spoilers, it's sex. It's the kind of authors that would write that anyway, but kind of added that like layer onto it. And you also, there a lot of people also bring in like wolf ideas stuff, where it's like, you know, it's like unfortunately like scent marking people and stuff like that. Yeah, sometimes you will get like weird stuff where it's like, she thought she was an alpha, looking for some sort of omega lad to dominate, but then maybe when she realized maybe she was a beta after all, like that kind of shit. There's a fine variety of stuff. I think that is honestly why it got pretty popular, is because they're like, it's reasonably flexible. That's a weird way to phrase that, but it's true. You can kind of do, oh god, sorry, I had to explain what Omegaverse was. It was asked, and thus I must offload the cursed information. But I think I do think one of the reasons it took off is because, yeah, it's very flexible. You can basically bolt all kinds of stories and stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, and like the straight ones, I think it is even the gay ones, it is pretty much like a world of blast hard cheese. It's like, this is blast hard cheese, and this is ooh mix femboy. Like, it's that kind of thing. Except in those, it's usually more like less like like internet femboys, and now just kind of like a submissive dude. Not what like a lot of you nerds are into. I know what you nerds are fucking too. Yeah. It's a very it's interesting. It's a very internet concept, but consider it is recently. Well, I don't know how recent it is. Consider that it leapt to actual like mainstream is a stretch. I would not call any of that mainstream, but it's like definitely like a thing. Like we were talking about, you could buy Omegaverse books in Barnes and Nobles. Like you can do that now. Hey, there we go. Yeah. It's like you forgot how like a fresh summer rain smells to make room for that information that which I'm sure will be useful and not at all like awful for your brain. Oh, good. There's more horrors in the share zone. Let's go. Doesn't much of me. No, the thing is a lot of people do like the magic. People love complications that are smut. They really do. They really, really, really do. Because like if they didn't, all smut would be like, I am person that wants to have sex. It is I, person that is going to have sex with you. And then there is much sex. Like if people didn't want complications, that would be it. There would like even the joke about porn that like, you know, they're like, oh, I'm delivering this pizza. Oh, I would love this pizza, but I don't have any money. But like, you know, there's still sometimes that pretense. I guess not really not that much these days, like, you know. But also typically too, if you want that, you just go to porn. If you like, typically if you're doing like written erotica, you want something more out of it, which does entail a certain level of extra like detail and other shenanigans to kind of go with that, you know? Because like I said, if you just want to just like grunting, that already exists and you can get that done real quick. Yeah, I mean, many now that's the premise of like, not all of them, but like, yeah, there's ones with that premise. That does exist. That does exist, yeah. This is gonna be too light or not, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Yeah, I do like that clip. It's just like it's the guy's accent. It's like, hey, I'm not at the beach. This is the bathtub. Like he's kind of does it in that kind of like, I don't know. Is that like a Boston accent? It's very fun. Hey, lady. It's just like. It's the most quality of acting. I enjoy that scene very much. It's like in that same category that like I would never watch the actual like sex part of that, but the shitty acting is great. Saying that anybody there is trying is a stretch, but saying that everyone there is having fun is probably way more likely, and that's I enjoy that. I enjoy that bit quite a bit. A little bit of that neck frill, and get a little bit on that back. Wow, it's coming stupid quick. Holy shit! Back of the head. Which I could even use the same just to kind of like hit some of the horns, I guess. There we go. Doing my best to offload. I mean, fair. The restraint. I get it. For me, I've just been on the internet long enough. I've accumulated curse knowledge, so I usually don't spring it on people, but I do wait for the ask and then I follow through. Yeah, like that. There's the Catalina. I don't know. I mean, a lot of those are legitimate. Maybe a stretch, but like I don't know. I don't think that they were necessarily shooting for like, yeah, we're gonna make a comedy thing. I think they're just like, we're gonna act something, and then people later are just like, this is really funny. Yeah, you guys missed the mark so hard. This is actually really, really funny. Yeah, Limit Selling Horse is what I was thinking of legitimately after that. Like as kind of like the follow up to that. Get a little bit on there. Yeah, that's a classic. See, there's like a couple. Like I said, there's a lot of Catalina stuff. Like I'm the boss of this gym kind of thing. The internet is a fun hole, indeed. Words to live by. Let's see. Oh god, yeah. Okay, so I gotta get some metal, but there's also like I gotta get eye stitches with these. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. They're very, very thin. It's my thinnest brush with the nicest tip. Actually, maybe do this. The Bane one, I would not be surprised. I haven't watched a lot of those really watch any of those novelty ones because, like, I don't know. There's like a weird SpongeBob one and a bunch of others. Now this is pod racing. Oh, good shit. Let's see. I guess you. Wait, did I actually say no? This is pod racing, and I guess that makes sense. I guess if you're doing a Bane porn, you gotta just kind of lean in. You're like, this is like no one's jerking it to this. This is only for like meme lords. There we go. That's going pretty good. There. Ah. How you doing, son? Welcome. How you doing? I've been working on my Lord of Contagion, and it's going actually pretty well. I get the like eye bits and stuff. Looks like that. Okay, no real issues there. Also, I need to go back to the base and do a bit more with that. So realize I totally forgot to do these little things. I'm doing pretty good. I've been incredibly busy with Lancer prep. God. So I had the prep for Lancer isn't done yet for this Thursday. Not a big deal. But I do, especially because I'm gonna after movie night, I'm gonna probably be working on that again. Oh, good. Like the room of that. But it was like I had like a fucking like revelation in the car where I was like, oh, I want to totally redo the first encounter scenario that I planned up. Like threw out all the NPCs, redid the map. It's fine. It's just very funny just how that's how my brain worked. I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. Too small. Are you printing them yourself or are you ordering them? I know Saint Decent has some pretty good heads I believe would be the right scale. If you haven't looked into her stuff, Saint Decent has a lot of good stuff. Her helmet collection in general is really, really good. Oh, I'm using a bunch of modules. I'm currently messing with the isometric module, which is really, really fun. Do I have like a good screenshot that shows stuff happening with that without spoiling anything? There we go. Oh, those are too small, really. That's real unfortunate. But yeah, I've been messing with like isometric stuff. It's been really, really fun. Sorry, Lancaster buddy. I'll just stack you on there. Has Gaskell faced Angron yet? I don't know. I don't think I've used that one or looked into that one. There's like infinite modules, and basically I think it's worth it. There's also I know you do a lot of Lancer stuff. Hold on. There's a particular person that does assets that are really good for that. Let me link you real quick. There we go. There's this person named Starlight Furnace that does a lot of like Lancer assets and isometric. They talk about using a plugin called like Grape Isometric. As far as I can tell, that is basically, unfortunately, like out of date. But there's just like a generic, I think somebody else made like a much simpler isometric plugin with the module with the idea of saying like, hey, the Grape Isometric always gets like out of sync whenever Foundry updates. I made a simpler one that should be way less like prone to that. That's what I'm using right now, and that seems to be doing a good job. I'm really sad though. I had to stop using the drag ruler because one of the mechs that was on a size 3, size 2. I don't know, the Tortuga's a big mech for you. Speaking about Bane jokes, but the Tortuga's a big mech, so like whenever I used a drag ruler, it would always just like misplace it. Like it would always be like slightly off center. Oh, okay. So that's pretty. I don't think that would work for what I want to do for stream, but that is a very cool module in general, though. I do think that's a really rad module. I get like the strings. I do got a bunch of let's see. No. I got a non-trivial amount of what's it called? The Steel Legion Drab, which would be good for like various stringy bits. Got some stringy bits over here. I need to basically repaint all the wood anyway and then dry brush it. So I got... Luckily for the most part, the angles on this aren't too awful, but like around here is like where the helmet and then the like various bat goofy bits kind of get out of sync. That gets a little tricky. Also, this probably should have been bone and not metal, but I'm okay with upgrading that to metal. That'll be fine. But yeah, like Foundry's always one of those things that like I mess with the modules like to a certain degree, but I could definitely be doing a lot more messing. It's just tricky because like that's a Roll20 was very simple, but it was very limited. Foundry, it lets me do fucking whatever, and there's so many modules, but I have to deal with like the Lancer package has not upgraded to Foundry 13, which is the newest one. It's a good thing I backed it up because originally I was told to upgrade by Forge. And I did, and it's like, oh, sorry, you can't play your module, your game anymore. The module's out of date. I was like, motherfucker. Like, it could have tanked my entire progress just because of shit like that. I'm very lucky that it didn't end up like that, but it could have. And that's sort of what you trade for having a bunch of cool customization bullshit. I always find it weird that like the Lancer, I guess the Lancer one requires a lot more stuff in it. Because I know there's other ones like, what's this? It's like a dice roller and like a form-filled character sheet. Boom. Cool. All right, you're ready to go. And then the Lancer has like a bunch of like effects and rolling and creating a PC creates a mech and you have to have it synced to CompCon so you can import shit. I can definitely see why it goes out of sync as often as it does and why it doesn't get updated as often as it does. But man, does it suck because Lancer's a game that's not that complex, but a lot of complexity is in the rules. It's in like not like the individual item rules. I think I did one Roll20 stream in Lancer, and then people specifically like Chieftain and what's it called? Like Chieftain and Moss were like, "Hal, you should really try out Foundry. It's going to be way less of a pain in the dick." And they were right, and I still believe it is. And it makes everything like really nice for the players, so I also consider that a net positive. But every now and then there are those like the little quirks that come with having infinite freedom. Oh, Chief, I was just saying that you were one of the people who were like, "Hal, you should look into Foundry for Lancer." That was a good choice. Oh, yeah, it's got a little. So there's like a little fabric piece there, but I'm trying to figure out what the fuck that is. I think this is just some leather. I think if I was using tan for that. I think so. Question is, where the fuck did I put my tan? So let me take a drink. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. I had like a really weird error where there's a Foundry module called drag upload, where the idea is like you just drag something onto the screen and it does a Roll20. And I was like, every time I try to drag an NPC onto there, it keeps erasing all their stats. What is this? And I found out what is this is that straight up drag emote says that if you drag a mech from a sheet in a certain way, it'll register as a new object. But sometimes if you do it as, like, if you grab it from the name, if you grab it from the mech, it creates a new object. If you grab it from the name, it's the original pilot. And I was just like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't think I need that plugin anymore. Oh, that sounds... Yeah, I usually do my music stuff externally, so I have not tried Foundry stuff. That does sound very annoying, though. I get that like last little bit of fabric around the sides. There we go. But overall, I think it's good. I especially think that come Thursday, which is where the Lancer stream is going to be, I think that's going to be the best looking stream that I've done for like a tabletop. Like the map looks really good. I've sort of gotten like a slightly more advanced version of what I did for Sword World, for like having all the mechs to one sides along with like a little I bought a thing off of Itch that was like a collection of fonts and like templating for doing like stuff that looked like Lancer. So I have the actual Lancer fonts, which was really, really, it's supposed to be for like if you want to release your own modules. I thought about that, like not as like a haha time to make money, more just like for like every time I've run a TRPG, the idea of maybe like cleaning up some of my notes and just releasing those somewhere. I don't know where I'd put those at. Like could I make a, I guess I could make an itch.io and just make like a free Hell's Notes and just have them host it. And maybe find some way to pretty that up and add some like commentary. I don't know. Something like that would be cool. Like, I don't know if like a lot of stuff I do is very tuned to being a streamed one shot, but I still think some of the stuff I do might still be useful. There's like one horn that just did not get dry brushed. This motherfucker. That up real quick. Getting there. Refusing to listen. Yeah, I'm curious for that, because I imagine there's probably gonna be a lot of hoops you gotta jump through, and then you also have to, like, you know, tithe Wizards of the Coast your firstborn child and whatnot. Probably too big of a pain to like really matter. All right, buddy. Got going on, bud. Do I want to do? I do have some white paint out. There we go, just getting there. Foundry, where can I find it? Oh, wait. Oh, Foundry, it's Foundry VTT. It's a, like, virtual tabletop? Yes, there we go, flood in there. Let's go. It's in the same way, like, if you're familiar with, like, Roll20 or whatever, it's a similar one. Pros, it is significantly more customizable. Cons, it is significantly more customizable. That's, I'm doing a bit, but also, so the idea is that Foundry is nice. You can download like a whole system. Technically, you can buy it once and then have the license forever. I bought a license and I also hosted over Forge because I really don't want to inflict needing to fuck around with like IP addresses to other VTubers. How's that you doing, Kalina? Oh, thank you. All my Death Guard is like these colors, but I'm trying to go a bit lighter than usual so that ways I can, when I start darkening things down, it'll be less like, I still want it to be like gloomy and like dark and whatnot, but the big thing I really, really want out of this is I want like to have a little bit more vibrancy and whatnot. Seems to be going pretty good. Oh, no. I mean, it's got a really good plugin for Lancer, which is why I like using it. It's really, really good for Lancer. There's a couple of other games it's good for too. But Lancer is sort of the big one that I've used it for. What the fuck do I want to do with your gun, buddy? It's got a gun. I feel like I don't really... Just considering that the gun is like not a thing you can fire. I wonder if I can just like stage, just like, oh god, it's super runny. A little bit of metal. There we go. Oh, let's go. Yeah, the thing is, like, I really like green. Green is one of my favorite colors, but because when I started working on my Death Guard, I was carrying over a scheme from Age of Sigmar. A lot of the stuff still kind of, what's it called? I just kind of inherited the same scheme for these guys. A tiny little bump on there where I can totally see a little bit of white. There we go. I don't know if giving him eyebrows was the correct choice, but, you know, I'm sure it'll be fine. A little bit of evil chrome. Yes, I do. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's I've I've seen some really nice looking Master of Executions. He's the one with the fuck off axe, right? And I know he's in World Eaters, but I think you can also run him in Vanilla Chaos Space Marines, I think. Oh, thank you, Zetai. Let me get this. Get this last little bit, and then I'll drate. And then I'll also investigate my progress on this. Okay, so we got the base. Well, actually, these colors kind of blended together in a way. One thing I do need to do is I want to get a slightly brighter yellow. Where's my yellow? Pro-acryl fucking golden yellow, baby. Sorry, I was thinking just like Scottish Japanese, and that sounds really great. No, they'd probably be a good fit for that, yeah. I don't want to do this. What brush do I want? Oh yeah, let's keep using this this new one. Yeah, that's honestly what I was basically gonna do for mine. Like I'm already kind of doing my Papal States as sort of like an international squad for Jesus. I'm just kind of leaning in further than that. Let's go to Nintendo. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Have a good rest. There we go. Got a little bit of a slightly visible chest plate that I can take here. Go, and there's like a little bit. Yep, there we go. The Last Samurai Trench Crusade. I mean, considering you can mix that, and then also like the Sir Nicholas has all those like really cool what's it called the Chinese ones, which are really really neat. So yeah, there's like a decent amount of options for like if you would like your Trench Crusade a bit more Asian, you got that as a choice now, which is very fun. I'm torn. I'm really really torn on this. On one hand, gluing them together would be really, really good. On the other hand, I need to be able to gloss... Oh, actually, you know what? Let me do it like this. Dried blood, put it on the cape, glue them to base, and then later, if I need to touch up that a bit more, I can. That's doable. That's a doable process. Ads are coming alright. I guess... It's weird. This is another one that's like, time is going, but it's actually going at a decent... Like, I feel like I'm making good progress for what I've been doing today. Like, I think some of the bits that are like really up there I want to wait on, but otherwise, get some blood, baby. I mean, have you seen I mean, the Westphalia stuff is very pagan. I mean, it's very pagan by way of Norse, but they had like the Jotun. They had like a bunch of kind of like shamans and stuff. Like that's kind of neat. I mean, I know it's sort of unofficial though. How are you doing, Revelous? Welcome. I've been working on my Lord of Contagions. That's going pretty good. Oh god, no, they really are. I actually, funnily enough, Kiel, hold on. Let me get. So I've mentioned before that like a long time ago, I picked up a bunch of minis off of a guy whose wife was like, it's the minis or me. So he sold off a bunch of his like pile of shame, and including this lad, who I've not done anything to. Yeah, there we go. Speaking of fucking squart, hell yeah. A squat. Why did I autocorrect that to squat? God damn it. Speaking about squat, the lad. I can't tell. This might be metal actually. Yeah, this is a very, very classic Deathwatch lad. And I have not found a good reason to strip the paint from him. All the models I got from the guy were basically like totally not completed, except for that one. So for him, I just kind of leave. I just leave him on my desk. Like, you know, he's not taking up. He's not like a huge base, so he's not taking up a lot of space. He's a fun little guy. I've been just leaving him like that for a while, and I think that's gonna stay. Yeah, I have a couple of metal things from that set that are like metal parts and whatnot, so I think it's metal too. What do I etch the glue tip? Ooh, hey, let's go, let's go. Nice. Yeah, I keep forgetting, Kyo. Do you have access to a 3D printer? Because I do have let's see. I do maybe have another option. Is I found a STL for basically a elongated kind of like a lengthened out okay, oh gotcha. How you doing, Quick? Welcome. How you doing? The reason I was asking, because I can show him real quick. Get a little bit more of this blood. How you doing, Quick? How you doing? Have you working on... It's been a while. I'm working on some Death Guard. I've kind of... I mean, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but, like, Word Bearers stole the place in my heart that Death Guard originally occupied. I still like Death Guard a lot. It's just that it's hard for me not to be like World Bearers #1, Erebus never done anything wrong. Yeehaw. It's hard to leave that mindset. It's just too good. It's too much of just like a winner's thought process to do that. It's like, the reason I want to say that. Erebus scheme. Oh fuck, I could totally say that actually. But yeah, I found these. So the bodies are like Mark 7 and 8 and stuff like that. There's a whole set. And I was just seeing how they would look with the original arms. They don't look too bad. They don't look too bad with the power packs, the heads and the arms are original. It's weird. When I received the plastic from the guy, they were like green, but you can tell that there's like, it was painted over. And I cannot for the life of me, I've used everything. I've used all my tricks. I cannot remove this green. LA Totally Awesome doesn't work. Isopropyl alcohol doesn't hurt. This must be like some crazy like enamel lacquer or something on there where it just only chips. I was like, these proportion-wise, these look pretty good. Though now that I'm playing third a bit more, I might just keep maybe some classic Marines. So just to kind of have, you know, that might be kind of fun. What are you doing? Ah, yes, I want to glue you to the base. I'll do maybe like one more spoosh in the yellow. You're doing the Scourge. Hey, let's go. Are they the ones that are leaking? I could totally be misremembering which one the Scourged are. I know that there's a chapter that's just constantly leaking bullshit. I might be thinking of a different one though. Add a bit more brightness there. I might be not the Purge. Oh, there's Zinch. What am I thinking? Hold on. Space Marines leaking. Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get see. Yeah, Space Marines, white armor, slime. Not interested in AI Google. Shut the fuck up. I cannot remember what this chapter is. It's. I'll find it. It's making me big sad. I mean, the nice thing, maybe what you could do. Okay, Kyo, this would work, but this might be kind of cheating. What if you did like, I have a 30mm base. I have the crustiest 30mm base from stripping some paint. What if you put like a big hook? What if you did like a big hook that went like, you know how like banana holders work? Where it's like you just do like a big hook, have it like kind of like go down and have her dangle from the base, and you can make her much bigger and spidery. But that the only connection point is just actually that 32mm base. Now, will she be shot by everything? Yes. Will it be cool as fuck and it doesn't matter? Hell yeah. So that might be an option. The cleaved. I'm pretty sure I was thinking the cleaved. where they're just leaking. They're just leaking slime. Yeah, that's them. Yeah, they're like a. I will say this is probably if you've ever wanted to paint Chaos Space Marines, this is probably one of the easier ones to actually do. You could probably do this stupid easy. Oh, homunculi float, that should be fine then. Like, check this out. Spray paint like a skin color, dry brush white, and then just like paint the gun and then make it like just take some like red and green paint and just have it leak from the cracks. I think that would be like if you're like, I would love Chaos Space Marines, but I hate trim. I think them and the Purge are also, the Purge are just green where their trim is green. Yeah. They were in that codex. I think they were in something else too. I recall seeing them elsewhere. I'm to fit the bad boy onto a base. How you doing, Spork? How you doing? Welcome. It's the one that's like plug. Please don't be cool. I have other glue though. That's not the worst. Ooh, Nanner's fan. Oh, here, let me do this. Let me glue him to the base, and then I will totally Nanner's fan club. Why is all my glue clogged? On dead. Come on. Let me use my glue sounder, Choto. I think it's because I keep using baking soda. Which I think occasionally like a little droplet will get in there. Like a little droplet of baking soda will get in there, and then that means it'll just kind of like harden inside the tube. Get you like a reasonably good fit. All right, I'm gonna let him dry for a bit, and then yeah, how you doing, Moira? Welcome. Oh yeah, that's why I'm making mine out of a Praetor from the Horus Heresy. Let's go to the fan club. Yeah, for people who do not know. This is my wonderful snake Nanner. She is doing good. She ate a rat, and she's doing that like week-long hibernation because of it. So she's big chillin'. As a heads up as well, I'm believing come October, I'm going to be doing a reset of the Nanner's fan club for the fall season. So, you know, doesn't have to be now. I just want you to know that, like, depending on how you wish to spend your points, be aware. But yeah, Spork 1. Oh, I fucking love. I still love that I caught that yawn. Oh, I'm so glad that Nanners sat for people who missed that stream. It was for April Fools. I did a Nanners cam, but because people are like, how do a Nanners cam? She stayed inside of her hide for 3 hours and 50 minutes. She came out for 5 and just stared, yawned, and then went back to bed. I love her so much. But yeah, let's go back to the there we go. He's gonna dry a bit. I don't want to work on when he's drying. I can do this. I can do more of this guy. I can do more of this lad. My random word bearers lad. He's a very good snake. Yeah, I feel you. Because, like, something that I've been realizing, it's like, I would love to have more skills that transfer from VTubing to minis. And I do keep thinking about where it's like, if I learn how to 3D sculpt, that would be really good for both. Because then I could just, like, you know, let me just zoom in slightly. Marie Kondo with a gun. Because then, yeah, then I could, like, do 3D models for myself and then also make minis. Really? Huh. I really liked the sculpts of the Batman minigame, but for as far as I could tell, that game was basically only available in online or in Spain. Which, I get it, Spanish company and whatnot, but still. Like, I don't know what I would do with the minis, but I would also be a liar if I said that the idea of just printing out some of those, like, all the Rogues Gallery stuff was so good. Could you link me? I would like to check that out. I cannot say no to a free tribe. Oh, I'm jelly. Yeah, I'm not. My shot just never carried it. Yeah, to be fair, like 3D and Blender is like a whole like that is not only a whole skill set. That's one of those things that if you get good enough, that's a job. Like straight up, people like is it the most stable job ever? Not maybe necessarily, but like that is a career. That is a career. Oh, okay. Okay. That is a good. Oh. Oh, fuck that fucking Joker terrain piece. Oh my god, there's a bunch of terrain pieces. Or maybe you're supposed to buy those, but like, okay. Still neat. Still neat. I think it's like printable papercraft stuff. Still cool though. Still cool. Well, fuck yeah. So what happened this week is I started printing out, actually I think it was even like the beginning of like, maybe beginning of mid of last week, is I just started printing out some terrain stuff, some basing stuff. And I've just let it sit in my printer, and I just haven't really done much with it. I should probably do something with it. I should probably remove that so I can print some stuff, I guess. Whoa, okay. I don't have a proper printer that would make that worthwhile for like cardstock terrain, but still neat. Still a neat idea. Got a little bit of red everywhere, except for a bit. Oh, so how are they making money? Oh, I guess the idea is they're just going to make money off of subscription, which, you know, that might make them more money in the long run. Okay, but this guy's foot's a little askew, a little bit. I don't think his ever was going to be a great fit, which is fine because that means I could always just like tuck some dirt in there. How do I do this? How do I wish to do this? He's got the gun. I think if I just dry brush that a little bit, I can start doing some enamel stuff. I think that's a reasonable business model. I think altogether that sounds like a solid business model. Oh, that's true. That's true. I could put it in a cardstock. You are right. That is a viable option. A little bit on there. Okay. Oh yeah, there was gonna be some flesh on the axe that I just have not hit up yet. A little bit on some of the leathery. Oh fuck, there's that grenade too. Okay. My body hungers for the enamel step, but I need to be get a small smidgen of little things first. These coming together. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit. These coming together very nicely. This is another one of those that like if I just didn't give a shit, I could just be like, he's done. I could play him on the table and people would be like, relatively good looking model, my guy. I can do better, for sure. But the foundations right now are really solid. Yeah, you definitely, because I know there's like a lot of Mordheim people do that, like chipboard method. That seems pretty legit. So the tricky thing though is like, I just need to get my 3D printer running because like I got the 3D printer, so like that's... I don't know if I need to do cardboard terrain when I can just do 3D printed stuff. Did some like fleshy, textury bit stuff here. Dry, get some brighter stuff. Did I do a similar thing in the back? I did. There we go. Might have been a slight mistake to do it like this way, but that's fine. That dry. I get that grenade in the back and also the... Get the grenade in the back and then get the... Oh, the little hook. He's got like a little hook over there to fuck with. But yeah, I mean, that might not be bad though, because I don't know. I have been in a terrain mood as of late, I just haven't really like sat down to do any terrain projects, I guess. That's the best way to say it. That hook. I'll probably eventually go back and maybe after the wash just put some slime directly into the mouth. I got that slime recipe with the what's it called? Not with the Uhu glue. The slime with the foam balls, which I think I want to do. Some metal on here. So like a little bit here-ish. By blow dryer. Yeah, for RPGs that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Mostly at this point, it's funny, I don't even care about terrain for playing. I actually got like a decent amount of terrain that I run at the shops I play at. For me, it's actually, I just kind of want to have some more stuff for photography purposes. Slowly layering that bright yellow on that foot has been really funny. Just the remains of an imperial fist just slowly emerging from the sludge. I think the problem is I almost might have done it in a way that it looks like it's glowing. Behold, the radioactive fist. There we go. I mean, you should, yeah. But like taking pictures of your models with all the like the fun bases and whatnot is always really fun. I always really enjoy that bit. Like I want to do like I did the heavy support squad in front of the what's it called? In front of the terrain, and I really like that. In front, sorry, not the terrain, the texture, not texture. I did it in front of the scenery like book, and I would like to do more of that because that was really fun to do. I'm getting that like weird pale flesh there. You get the peacemaker. Oh, that's fine. what I might do is I might just do like, you know, if I just do one tier, get a couple of things, and I'm like, well, this isn't like, I don't think I'll really have any more use for any more of this. I could just do that. I think that's solid. All right. I think it's enamel time. Let's do it. I've learned some new enamel steps, but I think I'm going to start off with just like just a singular wash. This, grab makeup sponges, because makeup sponges are good civilization. My little squeezy thing. Where is my brush? It's funny, there's just like a chopped up thing of sprue goo. Sorry, there's a chopped up thing of sprue on the ground because I've been slowly making sprue goo. Second only to tube time, hell yeah. But like, there we go. Just more of the war game. Oh god, I need to buy some more. I'm like halfway through the AK war game interactive washes, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty typical like new thing for like a new. It's been kind of interesting seeing more and more of these like big company stuff. Like the War Machine people basically popped into this sort of era of like 3D printing, and they've been doing really, really well. But also it's very strange because like, you know, it's like independent creator was sort of like the top people for like a lot of stuff. And now it's just like Steamforged Games presents War Machine. But they also keep releasing Cephalix models, and I do like Cephalix. Cephalix were always at Army for War Machine. That was like, this is cool. They're too expensive and they're kind of shit at the time. So I never wanted to actually pay for them. And because like, you know, I had a limited budget back then. And now they just keep releasing them for free. I'm like, oh, you know, significantly discounted printable price, which I'm like, fuck yeah. Should touch those up. It's fine. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about, where it's like, I keep going darker, but I think now it's like this is going to be dark, but oh, fuck, I didn't do anything with the wood. You know what? It's fine. Sorry, it's too late. Where it's like it's gonna dull down significantly, I believe. So I'm not super worried. Yeah, Yeah, they had a limited range. They only had 2 warlocks at the time. 2 or 3, not a huge amount. The monstrosity was basically like their only chassis that was any good. I think they eventually get like a colossal at one point, but like he was kind of shit. Oh god. I'm very new to backdrop books. I just got the one from like that brand that I cannot think of. It's like Handicrafts or like Hardwick or something like that. They seem to be kind of like the main one that a lot of people use, so that's probably like my best guess to help you find that, but I cannot recall the name off the top of my head. I'm really sorry. If you remind me later, I could check the book, or maybe even while this is drying, I could grab one of those and just like give you a quick flip through on stream, just to kind of show you what's in it. But it's kind of funny because they're actively making more Cephalix models as part of this like release cycle, which is bizarre. Like the fact that like Cephalix are now the face of like 3D printed War Machine is just kind of strange, but I'm okay with it. Now, here's the thing. Am I collecting Cephalix models and then not printing them? Yes. I mean, they're good bodies for just like stuff, even outside of War Machine. And I printed off like a couple that are just like waiting for me to do like literally anything with them. Maybe it's Hodgson. I feel like an H is probably somewhere in that combination of words. Yeah, the UK. I think I ordered a combo that was like the first two. They did like a fantasy and a sci-fi that you could get like a combo for like $30, like 30, 35. I was like, oh cool. By the time shipping happened, it was 60. It was like $60 by the time that rolled around. I was like, oh well, I'm not jazzed by this. There we go. This is looking pretty good. Continue to use the rest of my pot. And then probably just start going straight out of the container to hit the rest. I will fully admit that I don't use a huge amount of green stuff. I do know a lot of people that will put like a dollop of green stuff, glue on whatever they're about to do some green stuff work. I don't see how it would hurt. Like, assuming that the glue is not adding significant body, that's probably still the way to go. I have not heard any new tech saying otherwise, so I would say give it a shot. I would say give it a shot. There we go. Yeah, you're God. LGSs in the fucking UK must be goddamn magical. I'm jelly as shit. I'm jelly as shit. All my Burgerland LGSs are like, I love my store, but we're not getting like cool stuff like that. Not even fucking slightly. Okay, let's go. And then now let's take this and kind of... dab this in a whole bunch. Yay, reductive technique. Woohoo! I'll say the reductive technique is looking really good on these fucking, like, zombie bits. Ooh, they're turning out nice. Hell yeah. Get a little bit on the leg. I do wonder if maybe a Q-tip might not be a bad option for this guy just because of his angles are a little tricky. It's like one little bit where like the light hits the leg and I keep thinking it's like significantly more fucked up than it is. Let's keep swooshing it around. There we go. See, God, this is... I think I've gotten like a relatively... like steady way of rebuilding this style of skin clunk. Oh, there we go. I don't know if it's super visible on stream, but when I was doing the building, I used a metal toothpick to do some like big scores into it, so it looks a lot more worn out. Which, ooh, baby, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Okay, definitely gotta get like way back here. And I can feel this shit accumulate. I can tell because my poor sponge is getting all, like, fucked up. Go, get on the ground is going to be a little streaky, but, like, in a fine way. These little metal bits I can leave pretty grimy because they're spikes and tubes and whatnot. Ooh, this is intense. Oh, okay, okay. I probably need to reapply the blood effect to the edges, but that's, you know, that's fine. Not super worried about that. But even the wood, I was worried that, like, because I didn't get the wood particularly well, but it does seem like the wood is sort of naturally shading itself. Eyes. Like, there's like little white pinpricks I can see within his eyes, which is really funny. And behold, the boy. Yeah. They, yeah, I believe that the same people are also, yeah, they're doing, yeah, I really want the Trench Crusade one. I will say the sci-fi and fantasy ones have like a pretty decent variety to them. Ah. All right, so do I want to do some more fiddling with some more enamel bullshit? You do be a mighty lad. I've been watching tutorial. There I enter my tutorial realm. You know, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do some stuff I saw for tutorials. Grab some smaller brushes. There we go. I'm gonna use some Sector Rust, which is a enamel. Nope. Sector Rust from Villainy Inc. It's really shiny. I'm just gonna see how this looks on like the spikes at first, and then if it's looking pretty alright, I might try to sneak it into the crevices of the lad. Oh yeah, let's go. I saw that was out, but I haven't really looked at it yet because I don't know if I need a lot of stuff. How you doing, Tropa? Welcome everybody. Welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Howernut the Mimic Elf, major painting VTuber of the Nurgled and Skaven variety. I've actually painted some Nurgle stuff. Also, how you doing? Not the BATFE? Atfee? Not a. What kind of music stuff are you doing? I am currently working on a Lord of Contagion, which I have kit bashed today, and it's turning out pretty legit. How you doing, Duke Moose? I do a bunch of different minis. I do Death Guard. I've been on a big not World Eaters. Word Bearers kick. I'm currently working on this lad. On Sunday, I will be working on my Master of Signals for Heresy stuff. I do like to do the minis. And right now I'm doing some enamel paint fuckery. Or the keyboard and accordion. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. God, like, Tropa, you do so much stuff. Like, you know so many, like, crafts and, like, little skills and whatnot. It's kind of wild. You're like, I see your stuff on Twitter sometime. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing now? Like, not in a bad way. I'm just always just like, damn. Busy lady. But yeah, currently I am doing it. Basically, I did the base coating in acrylics. I'm at the stage that I'm applying some, like, enamel paints. Yeah, so, like, I'm going to apply some of this, like, rust texture stuff. It's got some, like, grit to it. It's got some enamel. I have not used this one super a whole lot, so I'm trying to get, like, a good feel for... Oh, God, it's really drippy, too. It's real... Oh, God, this is really drippy. Maybe I didn't... Maybe I gotta remove a lot more of this. I don't know. We'll find out. Also, I like this. This is just like straight up like a fucking just like aquarium tube. I've been interested recently in picking up tubes of various shapes and sizes for mini stuff. Oh, you should. Yeah, you should. I'd be at least a countess. I would believe it. I would believe it. I could see that. Yeah. I guess that kind of goes with being a witch, though. You kind of gotta know a lot of like miscellaneous skills in order to do that. There we go. Witchy lady. All right. Oh yeah, but at least I thought you were a witch. Maybe I'm getting that confused. My brain is my brain. So we got that. I think I think this will leave little deposits if I kind of like I hit it up around sort of the edges and here. I don't know if this is going to be a great fit just yet. Until you cover my crimes, fair. So yeah, I don't know. We'll this a go. I'm doing that thing where I'm like trying out different paints and enamel stuff, and we'll see what sticks and what doesn't. Here, I can see it. I can see the metal band working. Maybe I just could get like stupid thin. Okay, I can't see the pigments if I let it dry a little bit. Oh god, a hurdy-gurdy. I've legitimately been like multiple times where I'm like, fuck, I want to learn a hurdy-gurdy. And then I look at the price and I'm like, fuck, I can't afford to play a hurdy-gurdy. Instruments be expensive, yo. They really do. I mean, especially once you get the ones at like that tier. Not so far. It's certainly do be rustin'. And compared to like my current setup, I do have like a typical rust recipe that I follow, so this is like sort of just me fucking around with that, but so far seems to be pretty aight. I might accidentally be moving a lot of that stuff around. Do I do the blow dryer? No. I guess that's just kind of how it is, though. A lot of things are like, this is for poor people. JK, it's expensive now. Like lobsters. Oh shit, I totally missed Killer. Are you doing fucking adding the beastman? Ooh, that sounds pretty neat. Got little bits of that. That doesn't look too bad on the X, especially if I remove a lot of this excess. I can always add more. The tubes, I don't. Do I bother to pat down the tubes? Maybe. So tubes are just going to be like terrain bits. Oh, not terrain bits, just like basing bits. I guess I don't really lose anything by giving them a pat. There we go. I learned the crunch. Oh, that's fair. To be fair, Gene Stealer cults are in an army that will take you fucking forever, and I don't mean that in like, you know, to discourage you, but like, get comfortable with them. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. I had some more rust on the gun because I was kind of like, so this was originally a Horus Heresy Praetor that I have since kind of like fucked with a bit. And it's been going pretty good with that fucking, but like, still got like little bits I gotta like touch up and tweak and whatnot. Oh, I also have a blow dryer on my lap, which I keep dropping around. I never considered the idea of 3D printing a hurdy-gurdy. That sounds bananas. Then again, there's people that are just like, yeah, I just 3D printed an entire Space Marine set of armor to scale. I'm like, well, okay. Wild shit. Yeah, it's fair. Like, they're a cool army, and like I especially feel the occasional like, Gene Stealer cults do feel neat. They do feel neat. But my backlog is eternal anyway, you know? Oh god, yeah, that's quite a bit, yeah. I don't know, dude. I've not looked into Gene Stealers and how they interact with speed paints. Like, do they work well with speed paints? I legitimately don't know. Now let's do the fucking, there we go. It's the Coel, is it Coeli ink or there's another one? Not Gun's Grime. God, I got so many enamels. Yeah, craft only does beget one. I think Decay of Death is what I'm supposed to use for skin stuff. I'm gonna give that a go. Me and my merry pile of pallets slowly accumulating. Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you want to do like Brood Brothers and stuff like that, yeah. Yeah, Kill, I am noticing that you do seem to pick armies that are like sad to put together. Like maybe it must be a pain thing, which sucks because actually I do think that Dukar are neat, and actually like Imperial agents conceptually seem really, really neat. This might require a lot more shaking. Stormcast. Hey, to be fair, Stormcast you can do really, really quickly. Like I will say Stormcast are nice because you could paint them a color and then dry, like paint them like a brown or like something like that, and then dry brush like a gold on there. Boom, Stormcast, baby. I mean, you have to do like, you know, like the cloth and stuff like that. Deception's not too bad though. So really, oh, this is like a really weird graying. Avoid that. No, that's fair. That's fair. This is like. I don't know how this is going to necessarily look. Also Duke Moose, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. This is like a weird flesh wash, I guess. I guess I'll try it. You know, once again, fucking around with stuff is fun, so I'm gonna get everything like that's like a fleshy bit, like a small coat of this. I started painting last month. Hey, it's okay. You know, you got the rest of your life to paint, unironically. That's kind of how I feel about my backlog, where it's like, do I have a lot? Yeah. Like, is there really a rush on any of this? Nah. Just take your time and have fun at the end of the day. Go. Like a little bit around like this arm bit and then neck bits. If this is doing anything, it's incredibly thin. Like, it's like, to the point that, like, I don't know, necessarily. No, hurdy-gurdies do be expensive. Yeah. Okay, so if I, oh fuck, there's a bit more flesh on the back. Let me get that as well. So I can see where it's like picking up, there's like a dusty pallor to like the bloods. I wonder if that's actually just like nothing else really has that. I wonder if that's just straight up like a weird chemical reaction thing. That or this wash I use has a lot more pigmentation than I originally thought it did. Dark Souls. Oh yeah, I mean I've done something similar. Legitimately, Stormcast with a head swap, and if you paint them like less like. This is a toy. They do look a lot better. The thing is, Stormcast bodies, like the new thin cast especially, look good. It's just that the helmets are just kind of whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I can't tell a huge difference. Maybe I was supposed to be more tactical with this. That I don't know. I can see like little bits maybe. For contests, what I'm doing, it's called a reductive technique where you use enamels and then you can kind of like blow dry and use a sponge to remove a lot of them. So it's mostly just like catching certain areas that you want. It's really handy. It's a really, really handy thing. Oh, fuck, I didn't do any. Stone here. So it does seem like as it's drying, it actually gets a little more fun to work with. Just continue to hit up that axe, I guess. I also want to get maybe like a little bit more here. Especially because like it's just gonna be a waste if I just don't use a lot as pigment. There we go. Oh yeah, that's also true. Yeah, Stormcast are free and or cheap really at the end of the day, which is fun. Like I got mine from starter box stuff, but like, you know, it's really easy just to find a bunch online for like hella cheap. Get like little bits. I get like in some crevices maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I do. Yeah, Greek helmets would work. I don't know what's on mine. Also, the Elga. Welcome everybody. Welcome. If you do not know me, I am Halbernut the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgled and Skaven variety. Today, I actually worked on some Nurgle stuff. It's been a bit. It's been a bit since I worked on any Nurgle stuff. This feels pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Feels good. Yeah, I've only, as far as Stormcast stuff, it's only been Skaven Tide and oh yeah, no, yeah, oh a lot of people do that where it's like it's almost like a service to the community where it's just like, yeah, we bought a box and we split it up and technically we're making a profit, but like, you know, it does mean that if I want to buy rat ogres, they're basically like universally $30 instead of like $50 for 3. See what are funky. For the damned, I guess. I think it's supposed to be like good for like oily stuff. Yeah, 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 that's a mood, yeah. It's like a little bit of this. Probably eventually switch back to acrylic so I can just do some like little minor touch-ups and details and whatnot. I think I've just seen that like these guys have kind of like used this like a little bit on like added a couple, just like a little bit of finish variation by just like lightly poking some stuff. A bit more and a bit, adding a bit to like one of these. Actually, let me get away. The thing I dislike about enamels is you have to shake the fuck out of them. My God. If you don't shake the fuck out of them, the pigments just don't really mix up. There, add a little bit there. Do I want to add some to like the joints maybe? Like, I don't know if I don't think I like that. And just go in and just instantly remove it. Yeehaw, let's go. Get an arm workout. Oh yeah. Some of these little smokestacky bits, a little bit around here. It's been fun. I'm still like, I keep doing the thing where it's like, oh, this looks easy enough in the tutorial, and then I try it out myself, and like, you know, there's like, it's not quite as smooth as they would let you believe it is, but I do like it as a technique. It's also, I found that enamels, I have a vortex mixer for that reason as well. I do find that enamels are good for me, particularly for streaming. They just work really well. They just work really. I was starting to get into oils for stuff, but oils just don't really work as a streaming thing because they just take fucking forever to dry and they're very messy. I've been enjoying the fact that enamels aren't. Like enamels are pretty compact and like you can kind of I can swap out like my enamel array pretty easily. It's pretty nice. There we go. Boy, how you doing, Marfin? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've been working on the lab today, and the lab has been turned out great. Let me move these over. Gotta clean off this desk after stream. There's so much. I recently, oh god, here we go. Move this as well. Yeah, I need to use my airbrush more in general, specifically for base coating. I have like, oh god, I have a bunch of turnip models that need a base coat, like real bad. They really, really need the base coat. Going back to acrylics and particular. There we go. Particulars, I think the first thing I need to do. Good job on the workspace. Just stare. You have the cat. The cat knows there's weakness in your eyes, in your heart. You have to be like, cat, I'm going to paint minis, and I will destroy you. That's the only way they'll know. Oh god, yeah, fluoridine heat and the humidity. Yeah, I guess the humidity makes sense though because like, I feel like without that, priming would be really difficult in Florida. Like just going outdoors to prime would mean you just get like fucking just like humidity blasted constantly. There we go. So I'm like retouching up over the stuff. There we go. So this will get rid of a lot of that like kind of leftover bits. I get some on this side as well. They're starting to serve mac and cheese by. Whoa, let's go. My shop mostly has like snacks, but I basically when I'm there, I just kind of go and get the boomer monster. Like you know the meme white monster for old people? That's what I get, unironically. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the actually I'm trying to remember if I remember. There's so many people making STLs now that I don't remember which one that is. I'm sure it looks sick, don't get me wrong. I just don't like a lot of can you link me that? Can you link me that so I could take a look? Por favor. Oh. There's like little back parts of the cloak that I will just not be able to reach, and that's, you know, that's fine. Bottom of the cloak a little bit. We get like around there-ish. There we go. Guy's looking nice. God, this guy's looking nice. Considering that this is like I don't know why he's going so quick. Like this is a strange amount of speed for me, especially. Yeah. Oh yeah, I do think legitimately giving like a equivalent of like an open game license for Trench Crusade was a very smart idea. It's such a good idea for like literally everyone. Like I even think like G-dubs would benefit for that for like third-party bits and whatnot, but they'll never do that. They will never relinquish their grip even a goddamn second, so it's kind of a pointless exercise for them. I have not tried the Mango Loco monster, so I don't know. Possible. What do you need, buddy? I think what I need is my other rust. I think my rust, hold on. One of my rust paints went under my paint rack. Ow. There we go. All right. That aside. All my stuff keeps rolling and it makes me big sad. All right, so I got Proacral Whole Red, and then I also got Secret Weapon Orange Rust. I don't think you need this because you can't buy this anymore because that company's dead, but whatever. The Australian Lemonade Monster? What the fuck? What are the people at the Monster Labs up to these days? Oh, it's a shame. I used to, like I said, I used to use their stuff for that. Oh, nice. What do we use? Let's see. I did get another one. Hull Red, Hull. You fucks. Did get me, like I said, I treated myself to 2 Artist Opus dry brushes just because I felt like it. I was like, I could use these. Little another color variation. I think the Sector Rust adds some like extra debris and stuff, which is nice, but I think I think rusting acrylic style has always been sort of like a comfort for me, so I'll just keep doing it that way. This pipe is definitely going to be leaking shit at some point, for sure. Oh yeah, no, it's great. I've been loving seeing for like Sir Nicholas has been doing like fantastic on my Mini Factory and like Instagram and stuff because of Trench Crusade. It's been cool. It's been rad as shit to see. And then do a similar bit. Peacemaker's the new. Is that the thing with John Cena in it? I don't watch a lot of new TV, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sure that's probably it. Put on there. I guess if I make that gun incredibly rusty looking, it'll just be the assumption that it's just rusted to uselessness, so that's why he doesn't fire it. Oh, it's a DC. Oh, gotcha. I'm glad to hear it is good. Oh yeah. Oh no, that's kind of got some like slime and stuff. Not slime. It's got some stuff I don't want to fuck with. Oh god, is it? I think it's John Cena, because I think John Cena is, from what I really don't watch anything with anyone. A lot of these kind of like bigger actors. But from what I understand, that like John Cena's a solid actor, and The Rock at this point is kind of just kind of doing shit. Like he's kind of in that like Steven Seagal, like, yeah, I just kind of do whatever. Do you need tough man? I'm here. Oh, my secret weapon stuff to get some of this orange out. Come on. Hey, there we go. I was able to remove some. Excellent. Now what I want to do is just get like an itty bitty bit of this orange rust, like a tiny little bit. Slightly tinier little bit. Trying to get the good ratio where it's like there's a bit, Also, like, not too much. But also still have some stuff come out. Maybe I need to thin this a bit. I don't know. Yeah, stop maintaining. I mean, to be fair, from what I saw that people were like, God, why is The Rock so skinny? Isn't he getting up there in age? Like, he's like 50 or 60 or something like that. I don't know how old The Rock is. I'm going to be real. I feel like he's been around forever. If the dude is that old that he needs to stop, like, power bulking, that's fine. That's probably better than just having his, like, heart explode, so. Good for him for dialing it back. Yeah, I keep hearing that, like, John Cena's good in that. I've basically cooled off to, like, really anything to do with superheroes, but I have heard repeatedly that show's pretty legit. Usually by people whose opinions I, like, generally trust on stuff. Bits of the orange rust, leave that alone because it's kind of dry and funky. I'm gonna add a little bit more around here. Yeah, sure, let's get a little bit more. Oh, that's a thick chunk. Go get some nice splotches. Ooh, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. I kind of want to do some like slime puddles around here too. There's some stuff that places I feel like goo could accumulate. So I'm probably, maybe I could do that today. I guess I can make, yeah, there's probably enough time for goo. Oh, I love saying words on the internet. It's fun. So he also put a little bit of, I guess I can also use that to fill the foot as well. He's 53. Yeah, I could totally see needing to stop bulking out for that. All right, I'm going to use... Yeah, he did the new Superman, right? Godspeed on the speed building. That was another one I've heard. God, there's so much in my life all gooped up on a Tuesday night. Hell yeah. 1-800, are you gooping? There we go. There we go, sir. I was saying there you go because I was actively looking for a brush. And he kept going because he's all I knew. Oh, 100%. I mean, there is that thing, like, if you don't care about your health and you just want to keep having a career, you can just keep going. I don't know if it's a great idea. Yeah, I was not realizing that I fucking just, like, God. I streamed a little bit of Hypnospace, and I think I got stuck on a puzzle, and I just did not go further because it was, like, not like a game I was going to go from start to finish. It was just kind of like a fun, like, maybe I'll do this as a one-off. I do think about Hypnospace from time to time. Like, maybe someday I'll go back to it, whether it's on stream or not, I don't know, but I would like to, at some point in my life, finish Hypnospace. I keep hearing there's also, like, maybe a sequel coming out as well, trying to replicate, like, the MySpace era. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I'd be jazzed by that or not. There we go. So I'm doing this, like, I'm basically doing, like, a dark aluminum dry brush, which adds, like, a bit of, adds a bit more of that metallic sheen to it while still keeping everything looking kind of like... I think it makes everything still look kind of sharp, but in a way that, like, you still don't want to touch. You really don't want to touch anything that's going on here. Oh. How to smoke a bong after he healed the... Oh, God. I kind of like to imagine that, like, he just, like, it's not that he, like, didn't know the technique, it's that his lung capacity was too strong. And it just, like, rocketed out. There's, like, a little bit of that, the goop kind of settled into the arm. There's probably a Nurgling somewhere in here. I could have put I probably should put a Nurgling on the base. That would have been kind of nice, actually. Ah, fuck. Get some more silver dry brush bullshit. I do kind of like the idea of a podcast commentary for a movie, for like a series. So that does sound neat. As somebody who, like, honestly, podcasts are like the thing I listen to the most. Which is like, results also like sometimes I get that like, podcasts would be cool. Doesn't do anything about. I kind of like that. I kind of like him not knowing about the drugs. I don't know why I find that way more fun than anything else. The dry brush on there. Dry brush on the gun just to sort of make it stick out because it's sort of blending a lot. A little bit on there. Do we goop? You're Oshi John Cena. My very say-so Oshi John Cena. Alright. Let's get some goop going. I got a goop glass. There we go. I got some plastic. Where's the big fuck off bag of... there we go. I got my big fuck off bag of foam balls. Really? I didn't know he held the record for that. That's really sweet, actually. He sounds like a nice dude. Actually, hold on. I want to get a smaller container, but I also want to take a really short idle break. I know it's like stupid late in the night, but like I need some water too. So I will BRB. Wow. Pretend that I'm BRBing. Wow. All right, I'm back. Yippee! Let's go. Okay. I've settled down. And let's go back to minis. Wow, there we go. So he had so much fan mail from China. Really? Okay, so that's where he learned the Bing chili. Gotcha. All right, so I got me a smaller container. So what I'm going to do is I'm assuming that I'm probably going to want more goo than not. So I got my bag of foam balls. Hard to tell. Hold on. I'm just going to put some in the container. I don't know how much. There we go. So yeah, got some fun. I will say that, like, I don't really have like a texture thing, but it does feel good to stick your finger in that. Acrylic gloss medium, which I have a shitload of. Cover Chef had a sister branch, and there was a John's. Look, that does sound pretty rad. All right, so then I take the acrylic gloss medium and just kind of just like, just get a bunch of there. Then a color paint to mix it with. Which one do I want to do? I was not digging it earlier, but I think for here, maybe under top would be kind of good, but also maybe I want something a little brighter. How you doing, K-Mac? Oh, moot. I don't have a moot green. I do got a lime green, which is kind of close. The green clashed too much with my lad, though, because it's kind of more yellowy. I think I want to stick to like a yellow shade. Color at that I was looking at earlier. Oh my god. How you doing? Welcome. Hey, let's go. I've been working on this lad today. So yes, you should paint you some Death Guard. Death Guard are fun to paint. Death Guard do be fun to paint. I guess I could use the Tundra Taupei or whatever. Very, very thick. Oh, no, there we go. I want this. It's dark yellow. I think if I just take the dark yellow and shake it up. Hey, let's go. This is just mostly just because I had a Horus Heresy Praetor that I thought would be fun to do something with, which is why he is now a Lord of Contagion. Because like I have one, but two would be cool. Stir it up. I'm doing my goo technique, which is you basically mix like gloss medium and like little foam balls. That's a good consistency. And I just kind of find a couple of choice places. The place that needs it the most is the tube. Put it on there, and it does stick. Like I could technically use glue for this, but I found that the gloss medium works just fine enough. And also, if it hits anywhere else, it adds like a nice texture. Open it up. There we go. So we got tube leaking bullshit, which is good. There's also like a little bit where his foot. I will also be painting over this later too. So his foot is kind of slightly hovering. I think I can fix that. I think I need like a slightly thinner brush for this though. If I use this, I can get a little bit more goop control. He do be gooped up. Oh, yeah, God, I made way too much. I think I made way too much goo, but I'm kind of okay with that. Kind of like push it around the foot area. I also like doing it with just the gloss medium because I find it doesn't destroy the brushes really. Yeah, he's got that hover foot. Keep working it in there. The downside is once I do this, he's basically probably going to be off limits for tonight. Or Blight Hall in a second. Hey, yeah, I keep seeing, I think the reason people do the doubles, I've been seeing, yeah, the double. I only have 3. Oh, god damn it. Camera froze. Hey, we can do some sad boy Machida Chima as a treat. As a treat. Properties, deactivate, activate, and there we go. That's all good. It's just a quick fix for that. It's never a big deal. Put some... Oh, fuck. Oh, God, I'm touching directly on the goo. Actually, that's not too bad. Oh, yeah, I think it'd be great. I have some examples if you want to see what it looks like when it's dry. It's pretty flexible. So usually what I do is I do this, and then I will go back over it later usually with some, like, another layer of paint and then some Mod Podge. Oh, the goo is 1mm foam balls, acrylic gloss medium, and what's it called? And then just like a paint of your choice. How you doing, Lord of Bones? How you doing? It's pretty nice. It's reasonably spreadable. It doesn't fuck up your brushes. You gotta wait like a decent amount of time for all of it to dry though, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, I usually don't dry brush them, but like you could if you wanted. Just kind of tuck in some little bits. I definitely made way too. Oh my god, I made way too much. Do I have anything that could use this? I don't think so. No. Yeah, it does make it look grody as fuck. Yeah. Self-premix it. But G-Dubs used to do the foam ball stuff? Fuck. Well, I thought I was trailblazing because no one told me to do this, but I guess I was standing on the shoulders of giants this whole time. So we got a little bit there, got a little bit there. We got it kind of leaking near his foot, which should cover the gap that was there. Kind of does, yeah. I think it's because of the color, especially right now, too. Then maybe just like a slight little bit around here. All right, I'm gonna let the boy... Oh, actually, hold on. Maybe it'd be fun if he had like a little bit on him. I don't know if I'm gonna go like super wild. I'm thinking maybe just like... Oh, God. Nope. Come back. Just kind of tuck it in there. Do I have to kind of like slime a bit smooth? There we go. All right, I'm gonna leave this upright. I'm not gonna touch it for a while. There we go. Hey! Oh, fellow word bearers and Skaven painter. Hell yeah. Here's what I'm painting on Sunday. I made a word bearer's master's signals. He's got this big funky antenna thing with, you know, like demon bullshit. And also got like the old classic chaos chosen head that I just had kicking around. And this is being funneled directly into his backpack. Yeah, there we go. Do I have any other thing that could use the goo? Oh, I know. Oh God, how would I have you? No. This guy. For the rubbing? For the tubing. Oh, that's just like armature wire. So this guy, this motherfucker, was one of my earliest attempts of using oils. He ended up stupid dark. Like way too fucking dark. I don't think he's fucked. I just think I need to dry brush the ever-loving Christ out of him. Which I haven't done right this red hot second. But his base would be great for goo. So, because I got way too much. So I might as well not waste this, you know? Oils neat. I've been finding that I enjoy using enamels a lot more. Personally, also just because like they dry quicker on stream and I can use like a blow dryer and stuff. They come pre-mixed. Oils are neat though. Oils and enamels are very neat. There we go. Maybe this will convince me to go back and actually try to fix this guy. I like how this looks on his base. Oh. There we go. Just basically just filling in the cracks with the goop. Why did I make so much? For some reason, my brain was like, oh, that's a big base. You're going to need a lot. But I'm like, I'm not covering the entire base. I'm only hitting targeted sections. Also, Steve, have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. I hope your fuck recovery goes well. There we go. We got, like, send them out. Go. There. Come on, buddy. There we go. And then maybe around some of the edges a bit. But the Uhu glue. The Gutu. Oh, yeah, just to kind of add some stretchy. Oh, yeah, I should do that. I definitely need to let this dry like a fuckload more, but that's a good idea. Combine this with the Uhu glue. Get around there. And there we go. Okay, I used most of this. My basket. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Hell yeah. Also, if you have not signed up for the movie Ping, I would strongly recommend it. We're going to be watching Outlaws of Gore tomorrow. Oh, God. The first one was very mediocre. This one looks like it has way less budget, which, weirdly enough, makes me way more excited. The first Gore movie was a very forgettable fantasy movie. The second one could be fucking anything. What am I going to do now? I definitely have to wait for the lads to dry. I go back to this guy. I could go back to this fuck. Still kind of going. That's bad. Oh, you know. I had this heavy machine armor guy that I painted a while ago, and he's close. I can feel his closeness in my jelly bones. I think there's like a couple little areas I need to touch up. I think I gotta fix like a couple little bits of the... Yeah, let me get, let's see, this is using Raging Sea as like a kind of, like, candy coloration over the stuff. I think I just need to poke that in a couple bits as well. Yeah, let me go and do that. Before I forget. Ooh, I think ooh. Oh, put the ooh glue on the model? Oh, well, there we go. So, is that what you wanted? Oh, God, I haven't... Teresa, God, what's this? I know she's like the fucking squirrel from Hololive, but I can't remember her name. God, this is driving me fucking nuts. More memorable than they are in a percent I've showed the studio. That's fair. I think there's like a lot of this. So basically, because this is so thin, I think what I wanted to do was touch up like a couple little bits. And then I have yet to varnish him. So that way I don't accidentally remove really any of this incredibly thin bullshit. I'm sure I'm gonna miss like I'm sure I'm gonna miss all kinds of like angles for this. It's just gonna kind of happen. Let's see. I think so far it's looking pretty legit. A little bit more around here. There we go. Oh god, yeah. I'm very blessed that I lived in an area that like winters are still pretty warm. But yeah, no, like trying to prime when it's like below freezing is fucking hell. I wish you the best of luck on your endeavors for sure. Go. All right. I think the last thing I need to do. He's got like. I still got some silver in here. Oh god. My silver is turned. Oh no, that was not silver. That's dark aluminum. Okay, I need to get some silver then, which I have. This little squeezy bottle of air model silver, which I just keep around. Lisu, there we go. Thank you. God, I have not checked in on her in a while. I assume she's still doing stuff. Like I kind of like there was. I do remember there was a period where it's like the Indonesian branch. I was sort of like more. I think it's because they were doing some more direct. Contact with the EU, like with the like English branch. They probably still are. I'm just very out of the loop for anything with Hololive these days. Oh yeah, I've been so there's a war band called the Sanctified, which are word bearers that fell to Khorne, where they just like kind of lost the balance. That's probably good enough. This is less than I thought I'd need to do, and I wanted to do the same idea with Slaanesh because also there was a box called Veterans of the Long War that seemed really neat. And I wanted it, but the problem was, by the time it came out, it was immediately scalped. So I didn't get shit. And I was like, I want to get word bearers. This is bullshit. That's the thing I could do. I could get some turnips. I could do some turnip stuff. There we go. We got the base. I think if I just do like a little dry brush of like a tan on there. And then I also got to work on Todd, which is like the mascot of turnip. He's sort of like the representation of the author man, which is very funny. But yeah, I've been slowly working on Emperor's Children stuff. I have kind of stalled out on it a little bit. I need to put together Fulgrim. I need to put together... Actually, I have a bunch of infractors that I just need to do some stuff with. Like, I got them built. I just don't have them... No, I think I just primed them recently, too. I think I just gotta really just, like, get them, like, base code and stuff. Hey, let's go. Sure, your dad was a good lad. Is a good lad? Hopefully present tense good lad. Oh, you did say was, though, so I guess sounds like he was a good lad. God damn it, where am I going with this? But basically, though, Todd is really funny, where his special rule is he flips the, like, so... Also, how you doing, K-Mappy? How you doing? Welcome. What's it called? See, you made me a cat already. So in turnip, let's say you got like 10 dudes and like 5 dudes. And then let's say the 10 dudes beat the 5 dudes and brings them down to 3. Normally the 3 dudes would like retreat and get the fuck out of there. Todd flips it reversely, where if you lose, you cause your opponents to flip out and retreat. It's a really weird gameplay style. It takes a lot of getting used to, but it's really fun. Yeah, I saw that. I think they mentioned the name once. My plan for that is I'm going to leave off the helmets and I'm going to like roughly cut a hole, like kind of like make it like real jagged where like the head would go, and have like a bunch of demons coming out of there and make them glowy. That's my plan anyway. Yeah, functionally it's like a weird reverse leadership test is a good way to summarize that actually. I think that's a real solid way. It can also lead to some really weird shit too. So in turnip, if you lose a shooting engagement, you have to retreat. AKA, like, even if that means that like you get shot at, but like you just don't have a gun to fire back. But because of Todd, they could shoot you, kill like 2 or 3 guys, and then they run. Which can lead to some really weird shit. There we go, I'm gonna make him very froggy. But yeah, no, I'm a big Word Bearers enjoyer. I don't think I've read all the books. I still need to read Aurelian and I actually do need to read Lorgar's origin book. I've read a lot of the others though. But also the Word Bearers are on the bus. Okay, maybe I've not read that many Word Bearers books. I feel like I read a decent amount. I'm currently going through the second Watchers of the Throne book, which has been good. I think I mentioned it very briefly, but my boys, the Minotaurs, have showed up, and they're assholes, and everyone hates them, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah. They're pretty great in there so far. They've only really just showed up. It's been the idea that Terra is filled with chaos cults is just fucking like buck wild. Like I think you could do like a whole skirmish game, like basically like somewhere between like Mordheim and fucking like I know Necromunda's a thing, but like Terra especially where it's like it's all like outside the Imperial Palace, everything's fucked. No one's gonna save you. You have to scrounge to survive. There's people like dragging up relics of like past wars, like the fucking Unification War and like the Heresy and shit. It's really neat. Like I feel like that could be expanded into a whole game. It would be fun to do. But yeah, but also a lot of the book is, and then the Custodians show up and then they murder all the cultists. I'm like, yeah, they're Custodians. Yeah, tracks. That tracks. Oh yeah, Todd's got really cute ears. He's got really cute, like little bunny ears. I think I know what you're doing there, Oni, but I want to do it. Oh, I must. Jokton? Just listen to the song. Oh, okay. This is another Phoebe cover. Okay, that just is. I heard another one. There we go. See, potentially, yes, but I'm definitely one of those people that like they should never visit the war in heaven proper. I never wish to see it. There's just some eras of like that and like the Age of Strife that like I would like to not see that. I do. I like the mystery being there. And I know there's like I know that was the heresy for some people, but that ship has long since sailed. I guess you could technically do that by just having like Eldar, I guess, yeah, you could just do like Eldar and Orcs versus fucking Necrons and just simulate stuff that way, I guess. But just do like just like a bajillion point games. There we go, just really roughly getting his gun. There we go. Usually for guns, I always kind of paint them kind of rough to begin with. Yeah, when I was thinking about what I was painting today, Todd was not on my list, but he's a fun, like, he's good. He's like also like, because I don't have a painted Todd, I've not got to actually try that cult myself. I've been on the receiving end a bunch because a friend of mine really has a custom Todd model that's just like a big frog and he really likes it. But it'd be fun. It'd be fun to run myself. I would enjoy that. That's right. Those shoes or socks? I think those are socks. No one. I mean, that's usually how it goes, isn't it? A big secret was revealed. No one liked that. No one liked the reveal of the big secret. I think I'm actually gonna do pink. Oh yeah. Got just Vallejo model color pink because I was curious what like a kind of neutral pink would be like. Actually, the hot dark pink would be good, and I could layer that with the brighter pink. That's probably the way to go. Shark play. Hey, let's go. Yeah, I remember I seen the models for that. I have not looked much into the Kickstarter yet. I don't know if I will or not because I still need to be good and save up for some stuff. Especially because I would still like to get a new outfit. Which is just gonna be me just be like, nope. I can't make any major purchases. I cannot make any major purchases until I figure out what I'm gonna be doing with that. Also, Magfest has opened tickets recently, and I do need to get on some of those. Oh, so basically, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the funny thing, this is my usual playlist, but what's it called? This is my usual playlist, but I'm playing it in reverse order from age, so it's actually going from my oldest to my newest. Yeah, I'll open something up. I need to either like, I don't know, either set like a proper donathon goal or just put it on Throne and just have people just kind of chip in money when they feel like it. Throne would probably be the better way to do it, honestly. It'd just be more convenient, I believe, but who knows? I could do both. I don't know. Like I said, I have plans. I also still need to contact my art mama just to double check to see what her schedule's like before I even promise anything. The very least, it shouldn't be too hard to get the art, and then from there, just like rigging is going to be its own separate thing. Honestly, getting art is the easy part. Rigging is the tricky part. Like my current rigging mama, Milky, I think she is just ungodly busy forever. I know some other people who do rigging, though, that I might be able to ask. They mostly do lady models, but I think they've done a couple of dudes that look pretty legit, so I might have to look into that. Actually, the green and the pink is certainly a combo, but like he's got the bunny ears. So, like a bunny setup seems legit. So like pink bunny ears. Oh god, and then also bunny shoes. Gotta get them bunny slippers. Oh, for the lad. Oh, but sorry, I was getting distracted. So what happened, Lada? So I can explain the details. So in older Grey Knight codices, they had what was called the Terminus decree. The Terminus decree. And in that, it was like basically like a sealed piece of paper that not like Grey Knights are already like stupid, super secret. Like to the point where so, like previous, I think now it's in the setting, they've like lessened up on like that kind of thing. But I remember it used to be just like a punishable, like an offense basically punishable by death for knowing that demons are real. And I think even in like some of the newer books, like we can't enforce that anymore. That's stupid because those demons are just too real now for so many people. But basically it was a mysterious thing that no one really knew what it was. It was like, it could be anything. Oh, and that mystery, so that's our digital. Thank you for the follow. Welcome formally to the workshop. And eventually in the new Grey Knights, either the new Grey Knights Codex or there was like a, yeah, I think they had a new Codex. They spelled out the Determinus Decree was basically a set of instructions that if shit got real bad to kill the Emperor. And people didn't like it. I mean, that was technically one of the theories that like maybe to destroy the Golden Throne or to unplug the Emperor, whatever. But there was that like mystery to it that like, ooh, this could be anything. Oh. But then when they spell it out, the mystery is gone. You're like, well, it doesn't, any of my, yeah, the Emperor gets up, sit him back down. Time him out. Like, it's just like, yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of like 40k things that are stupid, I would argue that anything to do with the Terminus Decree is like pretty low. Also, random trench pilgrim. Why not? Get some gray pants on him and spout whatever. He had neutral gray pants. Yeah, like there's 40k as a setting operates on a lot of like mysteries that they should never reveal. I don't think they should ever reveal the Tyranid origins. I agree. I don't think they should ever reveal what's fully up with the 2 missing Primarchs. I kind of like them as the idea that like if you wanted to do something real buck wild that you have the, oh god, that's dark gray, isn't it? It's fine. Yeah, the Sister of Silence would also kind of fuck them up. Yeah, I think it's kind of like one of those things too. Also, where where it's like, how the fuck are the Grey Knights going to stop the Sisters of Silence, the Custodes, the entire Adeptus Terra? I'm sure if they were making the attempt, there would be a couple of Space Marine chapters on their way to stop them. So, like, I don't know. It's like one of those things, like, back when that was just, like, a potential theory, you could be like, huh, that would be fun. I don't think they could do it, but that would be neat. And then just kind of like, you know, fan theories are almost inherently silly. So, like why fret about that, you know? Let the theory be silly. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. But then it's like, oh yeah, no, it's codified now. It's real. People are kind of once the cat's out of the bag, it's a lot less like, oh no, the dumb theory's real. See, for me, I actually don't know what revealing the origin of the Tyranids, like what would that really beneficially add to the setting? Like what does that get us? Unless the plan is to hype up some extra galactic super evil, Which still, like, I don't think that gives us any, like, I don't think we get anything positive out of revealing where the Tyranids come from. Meanwhile, I think clinging on to the intrigue for as long as possible is way more smart. It's way more interesting. You like fan theories will always, especially if you're a fan, I will say your own fan theory will always be arguably will almost always be more fun to you than whatever the official explanation is. Because it's tailored to you, and like, you know, hey, if you're playing in a local campaign where everyone's like, what if in our local group we decide to do a thing where we reveal the Tyranids, or the origin of Tyranids and what they are for us. That's cool. That's fun. That's a neat thing to do. Yeah, all one bio theory, the forever, like they're running from some bigger threats. They've devoured the pre-existing galaxy that they were in, and they're looking for another snack. So many options. Yeah, I mean, that like wasn't it? It was like, I know there's like High Fleet Tiamat that was building like a weird flesh pylon at one point. It was building a weird flesh pylon, and I don't think anyone, like the Inquisition, was like, "What the fuck is this? Why are they building the flesh pylon?" If they did more shit like that, I think that'd be cool. Oh, you just want some weirdo aliens to put in your court. I see. Oh, didn't the court just get squatted? That's real unfortunate. So I need to like alcohol bath this brush because it's getting, it's getting chunky. Oh. Yeah, for me personally, I don't have a theory off the top of my head. I do kind of like, so there's what's it called? I have not read it myself, but I'm just vaguely aware of it. I know that there's one of those, the Forge World Black books called, I think it's called the Anthelian Project, where a bunch of admit guys were like, hey, what if we bred Tyranids? Like, what if we tried to control and breed Tyranids? And it went awry, and like shit just got like crazy because there were just like weird variant Tyranid stuff that was popping up. I do kind of like the idea that, like, in some other galaxy, some species was like, we could probably make bioweapons, and then, like, that's how Tyranids got made. Kind of like, oh no, I'm hoisted by my own petard. Delio. A Dark Throne. Huh. So I know vaguely bits of the Dark King stuff where, like, the Emperor was going to be, like, a Chaos God, was basically, like, Malal, kind of. Maybe someday I'll get around to reading the Siege of Terra books so I can really get context for that. What I was thinking of reading next was actually the Ahriman trilogy. I don't know why. The Ahriman trilogy just sounds like it'd be fun. I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. If I glue you, buddy. Glue that in a pretty flexible way. Oh yeah, I'm actually surprised. Like, I feel like Exodites would make sense for a kill team. I feel like an Exodite kill team with like a big, like just like one big dino would be kind of neat. I think it's tricky because people are going to want the big like fucking T-Rexes with the fucking cannons, and Games Workshop I don't think wants to make a whole new elf faction. I guess they tried it with the Inari and they're like, oh, we're tired, we don't want that anymore. This is I don't know how I feel about the Inari stuff. It's neat conceptually. I've not actually read the source material, so I don't know how, like, well it kind of pops off in execution, if that makes any sense. Where it's like, on paper, the idea seems neat. But I've always heard the rumor that I don't know if it's true that they were an attempt to eventually, to like in sort of like a big end time scenario, kind of merge all the Eldar lines into one. And I don't know how much of that's bullshit or not, but it's like, you know, that thing, it's like, that's bullshit, but I believe you. Yeah, there's a lot of cool plots with like stuff that they just bring up. You're like, oh, that's cool, Games Workshop. Where are you going with this? Huh? What do you mean going with this? Oh yeah, that's true. If you had them like stupid elite elves that you could just bring in, just like, yeah, just have a couple of dino riders and there's like 5 of them. That'd be neat. I could see it being neat. I'm gonna get. I've had these like fucking trench pilgrims. Like I end up using my turnip guys for my just basic trench pilgrims. I was like, well, I already put these guys together, these chuckle fucks together though. I like how I switched out from these guys to these chuckle fucks. I was just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. Why is this so thin? Oh, there's a bunch of water in there. There we go. The more complex it actually is. Oh, I'm sure it's pretty simple. For me it's less about the complexity and more just like context. I would like to see how it's presented over the course of several books. But yeah, like I said, that's gonna be a while off because like I've heard the Armin trilogy is really good. Armin. And I'm like, yeah, I actually don't think I've ever seen Thousand Sons come up in a book yet. Like, I think if Thousand Sons have come up in any of the books I've read, it's been like, okay, not counting Magnus. Magnus has showed up several times in my Heresy books, but that's just because, like, Lorgar would talk to him a bunch. Magnus would be like, Lorgar, you're fucking with shit that you don't understand. And Lorgar was like, psh, it's fine. And you know what? I agree. It worked out great. Hell yeah. Yeah, so, actually, I don't know if my local group plays Necromunda or not. Maybe they do. I have not super looked into that. Alright. Oh, let me see. Hold on. I don't think they're dry. Oh. Behold the balls. Hell yeah. So they're dry enough that they'll stay in place, but if you press down on them, I pressed down on this lad, and I felt his balls move. I could have phrased that in literally any way. It didn't have to be that. It did not have to be that way, but I did. Let's see. So how you doing, Goblin Twink? How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, today I was working on this lad. And he's like relatively close to being done. I have to wait for like my foam slime effects to dry and stuff like that. But he's very close. There we go. Wait, Dark Elder helped repair. What the fuck? Huh. In the Drukhari. Yeah, it definitely seemed like that there's so much. Like, I understand that the 40k people just kind of pick up plot points because they're like, ooh, cool, and they just don't care about like the ramifications after that. But it is kind of wild when people are like, stuff's happening. No, JK. Oh shit, stuff's happening. No, JK. Nah, JK. Is there any other model? This is probably a good wrap up point for tonight. I think basically everything that I need to paint is in a state of drying. So let's it's all good. I think I'm gonna be wrapping up anyways. Let's go to the chat screen real quick. Oh, and wow, thanks for coming. There's gonna be no Barkley this week. It made me sad to see that pop up. But yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. I had a lot of fun. Schedule-wise, tomorrow in the Discord, we are going to be watching the second Gore movie. I bet it's going to be bad. I bet it's going to be really awful. I'm excited for that. Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, not 10, 9. It is going to be time. It's going to be a Lancer collab with Randon, Aripai, Ronan, and Professor Bloom. I'm very excited about. I'm very excited about for the collab. All those are very good nerds. Hell yes, that's gonna be happening on Thursday. Saturday, some more XCOM, and on Sunday there's gonna be. Barkley needs rest. I still want to see what the fuck is up with Cook Lane. I really need to know about that. And on Sunday I'll be painting my Master Signals. Yay! There we go. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. YouTube side, I'm gonna go cut you loose. So bye, YouTube people. Bye bye. And